Oh god, I will never get tired of that particular song. How's it going, Radical viewers? Grim Getty right back into more Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and their latest module, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I'm freaking stoked. Can you tell I'm stoked? I played a single session of this module and it had me drooling for more ever since. I gotta say, I cannot freaking wait. I really can't. And from the sounds of everybody, neither can the rest of us. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Let me queue up some... That's fairly ominous. We'll go with that. And welcome back, Aaron Parton, dude. Like, it's really cool to have, like, a solid fan for this stuff. That all said, let's go ahead and see who's all in the Discord.
And 1 hour behind Eastern Standard Time.
I've got 5 till 6.
I have a raging, throbbing erection.
Not the first thing I wanted to hear.
Well, to be fair, it was, and everyone else was talking before I got here, mate.
True enough.
No, he'd be -6 when he... Shoot. I don't know math. Martin, what's your... Eastern? I thought somebody was the same as me.
That's only an hour ahead of me. You play this game at 7?
Yes.
I play it at 6.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Are we ready to purge?
I thought you weren't doing Black Templar.
He is doing a Warforged still, though.
That is correct. I am Warforged. I have no personality.
Now I hear it.
I love this voice changer. I can't wait to actually hear that back.
Jen, quick question. What's your time zone? That's it.
Time zone? Eastern, -5 GMT. Or 4, I guess. It depends on daylight savings time or not, but I'm in Florida, so...
Right, okay. Okay, cool. You got 3 people.
I just moved the hell out of Florida. Thank God.
You know what, though? I love Florida. Not just for the outlandish news stories I catch, which I will not recount, but also for the simple fact that anytime someone gets into an argument with me about gun control and all that, I literally point out, it's like, okay, I want you to envision this. There are people in Florida who literally end up waking up in the morning and seeing alligators in their front yard. And you want to tell me that you don't want a fucking 30 capacity magazine frickin' rifle at your side when that shit hits.
There you go.
Well, there are some crazy people out there that want to wrestle him just because they don't live long.
Yeah,
well,
to be fair, he died from a stingray, though. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
Too soon.
Dude, it'll always be too soon, man, so I'm just rolling with
that. It's
Jesus,
always
wasn't
too
that
soon.
like 15 years ago?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, rough. Somewhere like that. Very sad moment, but, I mean, to be fair, he handled that in a very dumb way. Also, it's kind of weird looking back on all that, because there was not really reported stingray attacks until after that moment. Then suddenly it just started happening. It's like the stingrays just started rising up because they killed the legendary alligator wrestler.
And it was 12 years ago.
Well, I mean, I can't even imagine what his insurance looked like. Professional hazards.
That's nice. What's your job occupation? Oh, crocky, mate, I look at beautiful creatures out in the wild, and what I do is I'll literally wrestle into the ground and shove my thumb up the butthole. What? Okay, so wait, you mean like goats or something, right? Nothing fair. No, I mean like big, old, 30-foot-long gators, giant man-eating pythons, and just deadly as fuck cobras. Right, so... You want insurance for the fact you're going to die. Okay, good to know.
Except the problem was, he did the show for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to argue with a man who's literally survived like 10 years and longer doing that crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the man was a quote-unquote expert at it until it came to stingrays. Then it was just...
That is true.
Actually, it was longer than 10 years. It was 15 years. It went from 1991 until he died in 2006.
I still remember watching that crap over at my grandma's, and she was just like, she would watch little old me just sitting there watching it, just getting giddy over Steve Irwin, and her first comment will always be, that man's a goddamn idiot.
Well, he is, but...
In retrospect, now that I'm adult, I see that, and yeah, she is not wrong. No man in the right mind would do this stuff.
That is true.
But God bless that man. Yeah. But God bless that man's family for continuing on the legacy.
Come on, there has to be a way.
I've had coworkers actually met that weirdest.
All right, Junior. Now my father before me was his family profession. Now go put your thumb up that cobra's butt.
What?
You heard me.
I said do it.
But why, Daddy? Why? Because that's the family profession, son. Now go wrangle that beauty, take your thumb, and ram it right up its butthole. But I don't even know where the butthole on a stick is, Daddy. Oh, don't worry, you'll find it. Avoid the teeth.
Well, to be fair, one of us has actually had a close encounter, been up close to a cobra, so...
Shut up. And it was a
Not
rattlesnake,
cobra,
not a
but I
cobra.
see quite a few snakes in my...
I was referring to my time in Thailand, but...
You went to Thailand?
Yeah, I went to Thailand.
Shall I recount the story again of how when I visited the snake show, I decided to stick my hand in a cobra cage?
Oh god, that was you that said that to us. I thought I read that somewhere or something.
Wow.
Wait. I asked what I probably asked that time. Why?
I believe I gave you the answer. I was young and stupid. And by young, I mean...
Younger.
Only 3 years ago.
I was raised as a snake, or not raised. I was trained as a snake handler in a children's museum.
That must have been a very eventful, well, occupation.
It was interesting. They only had a ball python on display, so not that dangerous. But he had been dropped at some point in his lifetime, so he had brain damage. And so occasionally he would just wiggle back and forth, like, very violently, as though he was about to attack, but really it was just him trying to stabilize himself because he had an offset balance because of the brain damage.
And the brain
scared
damage.
a lot of people.
And the brain
That's
damage.
sad.
And the brain damage. Well, hi, Mr.
Hey,
Master
Master
Roshi.
Roshi.
When did you get here? Son, I've been here the entire time.
Okay. So, as a few opening notes, I discussed with it, or I mentioned the idea in the general chat, but I'm sure that flew by a lot of people, so not many people saw it. I wanted to propose to make it easier on everybody for when the maps actually do come into play, that everybody can see each other's character tokens / sheets, not control, obviously, but see them. And to that effect, I offered, or I also provided everybody with, you'll notice scrap paper in your little folder or whatever, if you want to put anything there instead of your character sheet. Or we could not do that idea. That was just something I had come up with and wanted to see what people wanted to do about it.
I am more than okay with that, but that's literally just my little YouTuber sense kicking in and knowing that viewers are going to want to see everything that's going on.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
okay with
I'm
that.
fine with that. I'm used to people seeing, like, the basic, nothing more than the, bio and info section of the, character sheet versus full access to the character sheet.
What was the...
Also, as the support, I want to know how close to death are you at all times.
You should be able to see the bar above everybody's head, I think, right?
Yeah, I see a bar, but I have 8 hit points, and my bar is full.
Yeah, everybody should be at max hit points. I mean, I have 10 hit points right now. My bar is full.
If you've got
that's just
one hit point, and that's your max, you're at full hit points.
that's pretty
the point.
much
I don't
it.
know how much you have. I only know the percentage that...
Well,
Yeah, you can tell
a pretty good way to gauge on how wounded someone is too. You don't know the exact numbers,
Yeah.
but you can see how screwed up they are, and can
But
judge from the
eventually
hit.
you'll be like, well, Strakobor's a really sturdy dwarf, and so-and-so's a pansy androgynous elf.
hey!
Hey, we gotta
Warforged.
establish these
I have no
RP
gender.
dynamics early.
I am not a pansy, alright?
Well, I mean, it's a type of flower, and and a type of flute. I don't know which one you lean towards, but whatever.
You're referring to a pan flute. That is not a flower.
Nor is it a pansy.
A pansy is an actual flower.
I'm aware
Anyway.
of that.
Was the question hit bars or no hit bars? I was getting some water.
Well, no, just basically how close to that are you at all times? It's like, you're at, if it's full, it's full. Everybody would be at max hit points. When it starts to diminish is, like if I got hit for, 2.
Yeah. I'm pretty stocky for a rogue. I'm at 12 hit points. I've got a 18 con, so
That's
Oh.
great.
Jesus, dude.
I am built. I am built like Volt. And this is why I love Volt so much. I see myself in them.
You're almost as hardy as another Warforged I know of. That hopefully we don't have to see.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you are Warforged and you know Warforged. You are the first Warforged I ever met, so not racist to ask you all know each other, yes?
Warforged are not considered a race. Therefore,
I
it is
don't
not
know these
considered
things.
racist.
My charisma is 6, so I will ask you a question like this to your face.
I shall answer to the best of my ability.
It's going to be really fucking weird when Strife actually gets personality to him.
So, robot person, do you have Bolt or Sprocket down there?
What?
I have a multitude. I have a multitude of tools within my chest cavity.
So you are saying you are like Volt?
I'm going to regret answering that in any form. I don't want the dwarf opening me.
All right.
So like,
Or
like
entering you in
foreplay
any way.
for you would be like use of thieves tools. Tickle the right gear.
Please don't make me want to shoot you right out of the gate. I ain't have
Oh,
a gun
no,
yet.
I play a gunslinger, and I know how much freaking damage they can do. I would prefer to have my barbarian rage before we do this.
Also, you guys might notice a token above you. You might be able to read the title Dead Bite Company beneath it. That's not your actual company name. That's just something I put in place for now so that I have a token to say what is the whole party, or where the whole party is at, since we'll use a town map for part of this. And the town map is quite large, mind you.
Could be Volt, but is okay.
So
It's the name of the vault.
fun information from the actual YouTube chat. People shove their fingers in a gator's ass to determine their gender.
Yes.
It's common with other animals as well.
Yeah, it's tell you. Yeah.
Welcome to YouTube.
That is an interesting choice.
My supper is no longer appealing.
Interesting
Yeah,
facts on the YouTube
already?
network.
I actually sat down with supper too, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
Play
to
YouTube chat. That wasn't me.
let that sit over there for a second.
So I'm going to go ahead and share everybody's character sheets with each other. That should be that should work out now. Let me. In other words, I also wanted to mention that you guys may have seen through some of the channels on the Discord that we have some special rules in place, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep. So, as a brief overview, I'm hesitant on using some injury rules. I wanted to give some sort of consequence to combat, but it may or may not happen. I changed the results to being, if you ever should take an amount of damage equal to 1.5 times your max hit points, or when you fail a death saving throw by 5 or more, there might be a lasting consequence. Only 2 ways to have that happen so far, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah, for Warforged, like, all that is fine. I can literally just replace all my parts, but, for, I don't know, Stregobor, our wonderful Vault Hunter here, losing a hand is a little bit much.
Yeah.
Right.
I've seen it go fun, and I've seen it go, well, alright. Like, my character's broken, and you didn't give us magic to fix it.
Right, I don't intend to make any of your characters unplayable. There will be magical remedies and so forth and so on, and there should be plenty of downtime to let the magical remedies take place.
I can simply build you a new hand.
Obviously, if it proves to be detrimental to play, we won't keep it in. This is just a rule that I wanted to try out.
Oh, this first session is going to be fun.
TPK,
Ooh, I like
100%.
Nah, it's not anywhere near that bad.
I'm just being sorry.
I mean, with my Curse of Strahd campaign, it took till session 2 to get a TPK, so we at least have that much time, right?
To be fair, there's a lot of other crap involving that TPK.
That is also probably true.
To the point where we use it as a reference in the interview.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, hi, I'm the one who did it.
Oh.
Say hello to Abraham, our blood hunter that got us that TPK.
We almost killed it.
Sir, you are officially a jackass. No, I'm kidding.
We almost killed it.
We did almost kill it. That would not have helped us, though, because there's still a lot of other things. You see, this is why I don't trust these Quasan, these frickin' humies, because all they want to do is frickin' shoot things in the back of the head when the goblin's just trying to loot a corpse. For fuck's sake, man.
Why does Styx have to be back already?
Because I'm the murder goblin, motherfucker. I'm never leaving. I am
forever
forever
we left
in your
you in
head.
Strahd. Oh, God.
Well, I was in his coffin, but that was just because I was hoping there'll be loot in there. And then I peed in it.
So for the other rules that will be in place for now, just out of interest, the combat rules, there are a few different things you can use as your main action now instead of just swing your sword, but obviously feel free to swing your sword. And some passive rules. Flanking has been changed to a +1 when you are not across, but if I can draw a line through an enemy between 2 allies, they are considered flanked, and you get a +1. I'm debating changing that slightly so that for every ally adjacent or every ally surrounding it, it's an additional +1 to a cap of 3. But we'll see how this flanking rule goes first.
Now, is that just in melee, or is that going to apply to range as well?
It's mostly intended for melee, but if a situation comes up where a player thinks they deserve the flanking bonus while at range, I'll be more than willing to hear it out.
I asked because I think that's a lot of our stick is going to be ranged.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. The other thing that will probably apply more often is the quick bonus. We all know that combat sometimes drags on a little bit too long, just because you do some bad rolls and you can't hit anything, and that makes combat take longer. So being quick is just that if during your turn in combat you can quickly declare what you're doing, rather than trying to make plans with the other players during your turn about what to do for the following 3 turns or something like that, you get a +1 to your roll. Not damage, just +1 to whatever you're going to do, whether it be an acrobatics to climb up something or a +1 to hit.
Okay, that I kind of dig, actually. That's really... I gotta throw that at Avarice and see if friggin' Legion will bite on that. Maybe we get the bard to actually take less than a minute for his turn instead of 20.
Yeah, so hopefully that helps. If any of these prove to be hindrances, obviously, just let me know. The only other rule I'd mention is that I added a healer's kit dependency. which basically states that a character can't spend more than 1 hit dice after finishing a short rest until someone expends 1 use of a healer's kit to help bandage and treat wounds. So this doesn't prevent healing. There's ways to get around it, obviously, as one of you know already, but it just makes healer's kit more useful and something else as well.
And we're still thinking about doing Dwarven Fortitude based off of Constitution modifier?
Yeah, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
That seems perfectly fine.
Okay. Yeah. As I said before, if any of the rules prove to be issues, let me know, and I'll happily negotiate, change, or just get rid of them.
I see in starting loot, you did not give Stregobor Vault. This is not acceptable.
Yeah. We'll negotiate that too as well, I assure you.
That was fine.
Okay, great. So, we're all here, I believe. We're all set up. We can probably get started, which would be nice, I believe. So, to begin.
This is going to be so weird for me.
What, the... Yeah. Okay. So, as you guys know, you guys sit individually around sturdy wooden tables lit by a brightly burning candle, littered with plates of clear food and half-drained tankards. The sounds of gamblers yell and drunken adventurers sing bawdy songs nearly drown out the off-key strumming of a young bard 3 tables over. You guys are engaging in pleasantries here and there, some of you sticking to yourselves, some of you paying more attention to others. I believe we have a interview taking place between our lovable robot and 2 of his potential hires.
I assume Stregobor would be one of them?
Yes.
Okay. Stregobor will order, I guess, some fruit juice for the elf, some motor oil for the robot, and vodka for the dwarf.
This one does not require drink, but appreciates the gesture.
Just the juice and vodka.
Bonnie, the lovable barmaid, is more than happy to nod at your answer, nod at your request as she swings by the table, setting down drinks here and there. Those of you familiar with the Yawning portal know that it is a major tavern within the city of Waterdeep. Its most notable prize is that it's built around the sunken ruins of an old wizard's tower. A wizard's tower that has sunken into the ground itself, providing a portal to Undermountain. Many a brave adventurers attempt their hand at descending down, only to suffer ill fates or perhaps to get rewards. In fact, that seems to be the case tonight, as the tavern is in high spirits. A local group of adventurers have chosen to take the plunge down into the depths of Undermountain through the tavern's namesake. Bets are being made here and there, and though some of the patrons planning to stick around, but as the adventurers begin to descend, the majority of the patrons begin to disperse as their entertainment disappears into the night.
Average survival rate is 6.5 minutes.
Stregobor will inform you that the reason that the tower sunk was because of a poorly constructed vault built at its base that allowed the whole entire tower to sink. Needed to hire Stregobor, I think. Much better vault.
I can only assume that is incorrect.
Doesn't sound right at all. Though, perhaps your information is wrong. Could be other reasons. Plausible deniability and all.
Possibility suggests dwarves were not part of the masonry.
First roll of the game, natural 20, boys. We're at 18!
To convince him that it sunk because of a poor construction of
a vault, yeah.
I'm afraid to even see what my... Oh, actually, my insight's not that bad. Hold on. I'm curious. I want to see if I can check your bullshit. Nope.
I nat 20 didn't. Okay, like all my other charisma rolls should be at about a 0.
Yeah, probably. It's the way it usually goes.
Possibility suggests that, yes, some form of dwarven fortitude was not in the making of the foundation of the tower. Plausible.
You see, this is why you need Stragobor. I know these things. Very useful.
And other skills.
Oh, yes, like stab. Very good at stab.
He may be good at stabbing, I'm good at hiding and not getting caught.
Yes, and you never shut up about it, Elf.
Yeah. Because I'm better than you.
Damn.
I sense friction. Recommended course of action. Drink alcohol.
Prost.
I may like this far more than I expected to.
I pull out a flask of oil and I'm like, are you sure you don't want some oil?
This one does not require sustenance. Or sleep.
As conversations are made here and there, and as the tavern itself begins to clear out a bit more, I'm going to jump you guys over here for a small blank map, because as I said, this is a map light campaign, but for a very special occurrence. A noise eclipses the tavern. Ya pig, like killing me mates, does ya? And then a 7-foot tall half-orc is hit by a wild swinging punch from a male human whose shaved head is covered with eye-shaped tattoos. 4 other humans stand behind him, ready to jump into the fray. The half-orc cracks her knuckles, roars, and leaps into the tattooed figure. But before you can see blood is drawn, a crowd of specters begins to cluster around the brawl. What do you guys do?
Shit.
And Rio, this is happening slightly close to you.
Oh shit. I see that. I don't like it.
Test your
So I
might.
see a bunch of human, I guess. Human, right?
Yes.
Shit, I have to approach. I approach the fight, I guess. Confrontation. Trying to dissolve the situation, I guess. I'll be like,
Remember right,
come
this
on,
establishment is
you
pretty...
here. You can be civilized about this.
You can give me a persuasion roll, if you don't mind terribly.
Is this place pretty bet friendly? Like, if something goes down, I can just wave over a bartender or a server?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is like a common occurrence here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll bet on the half orc, but I'm going to join.
You're betting on the half-orc?
On to me.
And you? Oh, you're joining in. Gotcha. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to have an initiative come through, and Rio, I will,
I mean, if they're going to keep attacking, I'm going to attack, so I can roll if you want as well.
Okay, this might be a good time for initiative. Let's see an initiative roll from everyone, please. Even if you're not taking part.
Crit for my first roll of the campaign.
Nice.
I'm not rolling great today.
New characters. Yeah. I always love first rolls with a new character.
Yeah.
They're either fantastic, garbage, or average. There's no in between other than average.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Let me bring...
By the way, we're all whispering, right? Or, like, I'm kind of confused on it, because some people are whispering, some aren't.
I think we're just beginning to toggle it off here and there. I think, like, really overt stuff, we can just go out in the open with it, but for, like, stuff we want covert, we can just whisper them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper if I'm rolling that deception or insight, but
yeah.
Alright. And as we saw, Yagra, or the orc, was completely caught off guard by the haymaker and is slow to the draw. As this brawl begins to get underway, Jack, you seem to be first up in the initiative order. Are you taking part in any way?
Jack knows he cannot punch worth a shit, so he's gonna sit there and just sip his ale and say, well, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, there you are. I was trying to find you on the map. I was trying to figure out where the hell you were.
Yeah, it's not a very large map. Oh, Watcher. Would you like to take part, or do your namesake?
Do my namesake. I'm just going to be observing, though. Do I recognize the aggressor in this case?
You don't recognize the aggressor himself, but you do recognize the eye-shaped tattoos. They seem to be the seem to be one half of the growing Blood on the Streets gang, as it were. They seem to be one half of the warring side.
My attention has shifted.
Yes. And following you is Rio, and Rio, they did take note of it, take note of you coming in, but the 5 men attacking the half-orc seem to believe you're on her side, and are going, or seem to be reaching out to grab you to pull you into the mass, or pull you into the bar fight.
Are they carrying any weapons, or are they just fist fighting?
They seem to have swords on their sides, but they haven't drawn swords. They're literally just going at it with their fists.
Okay, in that case, well, what can I do? I approach and say something like, I'm sorry, but I can't ignore you 5 gang off on this portal. Lady? Yes, lady.
It's fucking rude.
Can confirm. The half-orc is female.
Yes, in fact, most of you recognize the face as Yagra, a common patron of the bar.
Oh boy, this is a really bad idea for me to do. Anyway, I'm gonna attack twice with my fist. Thank God I have that feat. So, here we go. 1.
Nice.
Hey, that works.
Capoeira!
I don't know why it says piercing, but sure.
Yeah, that might be a misnomer.
Yeah, I'm gonna... later. And second attack. 19 for 6.
Definitely hits. Wow, that's putting him on the back foot, the leader, in fact, who immediately gets you smack him in the face and he gets a bloody nose and is pushed back into the surrounding patrons.
That is some awesome piercing damage.
Yeah,
Friggin'
I
10
poke his
round
eye
gay
out.
level 1.
That's piercing.
The bard, known to frequent this tavern, you see him play a little tune behind you as though he's trying to pump you up.
I appreciate that, my friend.
Yeah.
Come on, you beautiful bastard, put these assholes in their place.
Yeah. And we have the bandits circling inwards. Only one of them's going to get a hit off, though, because... let me just roll... they don't have a base unarmed, so let's just roll strength. Does a 11 hit you?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, there's fists flying everywhere, but there doesn't seem to be much solid damage going towards you. Most of their attention seems to be focused on the bigger half-orc, which might be understandable.
It is half-orc.
I have no problem with that.
Shadow, did you want to partake in anything?
No, Shadow is just going to sit and watch. She has no reason to get in the middle of the fight right now.
Alright, Strife?
Well, right now it's just a bar brawl. That said, I am going to stand up. I'm going to draw my longbow. I'm going to get ready in action to fire a shot out of any of these assholes I see pull a fucking weapon during this fist fight.
Okay. And Sugar Boy?
Stregobor picks up 2 tables I mean, no, 2 chairs. I'm sorry, tables is crazy.
I draw the coffee table
I can't
of doom.
quite get close enough to get them, but I'm gonna just throw tables, so that would just be D20 plus
Tables
strength.
and chairs.
I would mention that though it's not depicted on the map, they are surrounded by a crowd of specters, either taking bets or just cheering and jeering at the bar fight. So if you were to throw a chair, it's also possible to hit one of them.
I mean, it is a bar fight, dude. No one's gonna question a chair being thrown.
Yeah, collateral. Dragonborn's cool with this.
Okay.
Let's see,
Oh my
that'd be
gosh.
a 20.
A 20 would definitely hit one of them, yeah.
Would this be a 1d4 or just 1 damage plus strength?
You know what, since the chair seems very solid, let's just do a 1d4.
Okay, 1d4. That's going to be 8 plus a sneak attack.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Of non-lethal
attack with
damage, I
a
might add.
Jesus.
So that would be 16 damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, that'd be 12 damage. 12 damage.
You immediately clock out one of these guys as they fall face first onto the bar floor.
And my offhand chair.
And
That's only a
offhand
9.
Sails peacefully over the crowd and nearly smacks one of the pedestrian, or nearly smacks an ale mug out of somebody's hand.
Stragobor will very seriously go, "Have a seat!"
Just standing during bar fights.
That was a good one.
I got the first joke in the first 20 of the game, guys. Killing it.
Jesus. Love this group already.
Great.
So on Yagra's turn, she shoves Krentz, the leader, back into his little cloister of men, and they immediately skedaddle, or immediately back off a bit. Yagra not throwing any more fists, as she seems a bit wounded. One of them picks up their little wounded friend, and they seem fully intent on backing out for now, and possibly trying to fight her later on, as Durnham, the bar's owner, who apparently was in the middle of purchasing some more meat, calls out over the bar, "Out! Out with you lot!" He's specifically pointing towards the eye-tattooed folks as they begin to scooch out of here. If anybody else would like an attack, I can keep the initiative up, but otherwise we would drop it.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'd probably just hurl an empty bottle at one of them just to, and stay out.
To make the point known.
I didn't even know Stragobor was proficient with chair.
Yeah, they...
Well, I didn't add my proficiency bonus to that, so I'm not.
I mean, you did still hit an asshole with a chair, though.
I think that might be
Sneak attack
in,
with a share.
True.
that's going in campaign goals, though.
Good sneak attack with chair. I don't think I've ever even heard of that.
It's a ranged weapon, if you do it right.
Oops.
That's fair.
I'm going to help the lady. Are you okay?
She seems mildly annoyed at your interference in the fight as she brushes you off, but she says, "Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for the hand, I suppose, but I could have handled it."
Stragobor will pick up his chair by her and say, "I bet on this. I will buy you drink."
You're talking to me or to her?
To her. I didn't know you were there. You were not much help.
What? I took a risk down. Did you see that? I was flying, kicking punches.
No,
I mean-
you used fist. I used 4 legs. Much better.
Can confirm, 4 legs are better than 1 fist.
That's actually a good point. I will take
I'll
notes
buy you
later.
drink too.
I can't say no to that.
And
I'll approach.
I'll wave away any winnings she brings back and just get drinks for the rest of the night until the tap's gone.
Okay. That sounds like a lovely idea, but there would be one thing to interfere with it. As you guys begin to make your way back to the table, newfound friends, as it were, there is a shout of alarm ringing out as a hulking creature begins to climb and scamper up out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, and a long carrot-shaped nose. A bloodshot and bloodshot eyes, as it bares its yellow teeth and howls, one arm holding the removed arm of perhaps what was once an adventurer descending down the shaft. You can see that a half-dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its bodies, with 3 more circling above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear, except for the barkeep, Durnan, who shouts out in a rage, "Troll!"
Survival
Really?
was
Troll?
1.2 minutes.
Jack stands there and just looks at it and says, "You gotta be fucking kidding me."
Do
I
I
guess you don't.
see any valuables on the severed arm?
No, maybe what had once been a wedding ring, but that depends on where you can sell it at.
Ooh, we have a problem.
I guess you
Negative.
don't need YouTube to exist for trolls to be around.
That is true.
This is the second troll attack the Yawning Portal has seen this week alone. It is a common occurrence.
Luckily, I have a chair close at hand.
I draw the coffee table yet again.
And now I believe would be a good time to have initiative from everyone once again. And this time I think everybody will have a stake in this fight.
I think it's hilarious.
Hell
that
yeah,
even-
this guy is rolling.
I've
There we
officially
go.
become popular, guys. Even on my streams, I'm getting a troll. Fantastic.
Great. Wonderful.
I need to add Dex to
Blackjack.
tiebreakers, because I'm pretty sure Jax is going to beat me.
Oh yeah, I should turn that on just for...
Yeah, why not?
There it is. Initiative from Durnan. Yagra, the wounded half-orc, seems to be backing out of this fight. As much as she's interested in fighting, she took some blows in the last bar fight and is not up to fighting a troll. Imagine that.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
Since I'm first, apparently, I'll say like, okay guys, it's time to do some heroic action. And I cast Bless on these 3. And I say, so go at it, do it. I'll be here.
Inspiring
Strike a
heroism
blow
is
before
not
you die.
heroism in itself.
Heroism
Yes, it is.
makes Dwarf
Fight me.
very thirsty. Have drink ready for Stragobor.
I'll cast Bless on these 3 guys, basically.
Being invigorated is great. Thank you.
You're most welcome. And that's it.
Watcher, you are precariously close to a very large green monster.
Kaka?
Alright, seeing this, Watcher's just going to... He's going to take his bow out and... Actually... Yeah, anyone looking will see the Kenku take his bow out and reach for an arrow, though one that's not there. He looks behind him and then goes for his regular arrows, as he just fires at this son of a bitch. Yeah, that would not be sneak attack, and that's a 10, so it doesn't hit anyways.
I don't know what a troll AC is off the top of my head.
It's above 10.
Probably. Safe to assume.
Yes, it is. But you can choose to, move away from it if you'd like.
Oh yeah, very much so. I am going to be moving away from it, moving my happy ass away.
Brock!
All right, and then we have Mr. Jack up next.
Jack's gonna ready an action. When somebody gets next to it, he's gonna huck a dagger at it. He's not getting near that thing.
All right, Stragobor.
Let's see. item interaction, bring out the first axe, and then I guess bonus action to bring out the second axe, and I'll just go forward and yell at it.
Alright.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm a lot further away than I thought I was.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take the dodge action.
Okay.
Good call.
Probably important. Shadow, would you like to do anything?
Oh, totally going to. I am going to get a better line of sight for myself, at least. And I am going to firebolt it. Yes, I have firebolt.
That's so useful right
I
now.
thought you looked high when you walked in.
That's great.
Wow.
So,
Love this party.
That is a hit.
That is a
Jesus
one.
Christ.
That's what I was expecting right there, yep.
I was too, but hey.
So you love cantrips. Aren't they fun?
I like to think
Right.
Stregabor's joke got your character too. You just like shot wildly.
Mr. Strife, your 2 new hires are in. What do you want to do?
What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna shoot at the fucking troll. I'm gonna miss the
No, you're
fucking
not.
troll.
Yeah,
are
your shot sails wide.
I don't know if it helps, so you're blessed.
That
You might
is
roll a
true.
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a 4. Let's see if I hit.
You roll a 4.
13?
A 13 does not hit, no.
Ah.
Well, balls. Shite. Screw it. I'm gonna just burn the action surge now. Wait, no, I don't have that yet. Fuck!
No, you're level 1.
I am not used to things!
I know, level 1 is hard as can be.
Yeah, I already used half my
I'm not
spells.
going near it. I don't have cunning action or anything.
That's why you guys get to fight a troll. Isn't it fun?
I'm backing up. Yep,
Yes.
that's my turn.
Alright, so Durnan, the bartender, leaps over his little, what's the word?
Bar?
The wooden, yeah, the counter, thank you. I am so bad with words, I don't know why.
Okay.
Bartender who tends. What does the bartender tend? Ah!
Yeah, I sort of failed there. Leaps over the bar and runs forward, pulling a greatsword out from underneath the counter as he dives over it. He calls out, "Oil! Oil! Someone get the oil!"
Should already be on fire.
Not on fire.
It needs to be more on fire.
More on fire.
More on fire is always better.
Yeah.
And then we have the troll going. As you guys, as I mentioned, there were these bat-like creatures circling around its head. About 9 in total. 6 of them seem to be bloated, flying lazily through the air, seemingly bloated from the troll itself as they descend back down the pit, leaving only 3 starved bat creatures left. As the troll moves forward, he gets to make an attack.
When the troll gets there, can I make my dagger throw at it?
Yes, go ahead.
Nope.
I was about to say, that's almost in range, too.
Yeah, no, not quite.
Dunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sails
well,
into the bar behind everyone as more patrons begin to skedaddle out of the bar because they don't want to fight a troll. The more lucid ones helping the more drunk ones out the door. So I get to do 1 bite, and that is 11. That doesn't hit, and I get to do 2 claws. Doesn't hit, and does hit for 12. Lovely.
12. That could one-shot me. What the fuck?
What?
Let me put it this way, guys. The fact most of us are primarily ranged is actually really beneficial at this point.
I'm not ranged.
Well, then you're just shit out of luck as usual.
And here is the bat-like creatures for everyone.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to add
They're
them to the
mosquitoes.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I
Very
guess I could be
big, hairless bat mosquitoes, yes.
Yes.
Alright, and we have Rio back up.
I'm gonna stay right where I am, and I'm gonna sacred flame that troll. Oh, I did that.
Sacred Flame, deck save. Let's see. I do not have proficiency with that.
Not dexterous is a
He
troll.
got a 5.
Not dexterous enough. Fucker is on fire with radiant damage.
Nah, I doubt that actually is fire, but hey, it helps.
Yeah, every little bit helps.
Damage is damage. He's hammers.
That's a lot
Watcher,
of damage.
as this golden light coalesces over the troll and scalds its skin, what would you like to do?
So as I hear Durnan yell for oil, I dig through my pack and bring out an oil flask, and I'm gonna chuck it.
Okay, make me a ranged attack, so dex probably.
Much dex, such wow.
Yeah, I believe you have dex. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so the oil splatters against this, against the back of this large beast. I will put down a symbol of this.
Oiled?
Sure. Why not? Yeah,
The troll is now greased.
exactly. He is now more slippery, harder to grapple. Everybody take note.
Wonderful.
I don't think any of us want to grapple the troll.
Was there anything more to that, Watcher, or was that your whole? Did you want to move anywhere?
Yes, I am going to be moving this way, because I want to keep an eye on Niagara.
Okay.
Hello, dear friend.
I keep meaning to do a grappler at some point, but like I just don't see any situation most of the time that's better than just killing it.
Right.
I mean, I had a fighter that tried to grapple a fucking ogre once. It almost worked, and then it threw me into a pit. The good
Jack,
news is,
what would
I
you
lived.
like to do? Sorry.
1 second, let me check some. He's gonna pull his rapier out, and then he's gonna bonus action pull out his short sword in his left hand, and he's going to move up
Ballsy.
there to attack the flying little shits.
All right.
At least clear them out.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Good attempt. The thing nimbly dives through the air, avoiding the rapier blade. But we have Stregobor up next. to hopefully
Stregobor
help.
goes by the bar owner with his tomahawks in hand and goes, Stregobor would like to ask you if there is reward for helping. And then I plow my axes into the troll.
Ha, ha, ha. Is humorous, yes.
That's a 19, that hits, and a 15, that hits.
Okay, that plus a sneak attack, because he's next to me. That was worth doing the sneak attack.
Still 11.
Yeah.
And 3. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this troll's looking weakened as shit. Which is probably good for all of you.
Yep.
As we get to have 2 of these little bat creatures going next. Or the 3 of them, rather. So the bat next to Stregobor is going to make a blood drain attack.
It's going to nom your blood, mate.
My AC is abysmal, so
Yeah.
enjoy the extra health.
So the little bat-like thing with its proboscis pierces into the side of your neck as it begins to suck away your blood. It deals 6 piercing damage.
Ooh, okay. That's about half, exactly. But I do have a question. Is it now drunk?
Not yet. It's only just begun to suck your blood. You can remove it as an action on your turn. Otherwise, it's going to just continue to drain your blood with no need to roll to attack.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surges are nasty.
Oh, I have the 2... Shoot, I forgot. I have the 2 that get to attack Jack. Because where's the fun in forgetting 1?
Bye, Jack.
So I have Jack, your AC is just good. Okay, so that's 1 that attaches to you for 4 piercing.
Just a little under half.
It's a
What
level
do you
1.
mean you're under half?
It's a level 1
How
fun,
much do you
guys.
Level 1 is awesome.
And the second one surprisingly misses because I did not. He doesn't have advantage, obviously. So yeah, misses.
Guys, the health bars are not moving. I don't know if it's only me or...
No, the health bars aren't moving.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's interesting. Here, I can fix that.
Shit, now it drops. Wow.
I was about to say, maybe you guys are taking away from the wrong thing. Hold on, let me test mine real quick.
Well,
Oh yeah, mine works.
No,
It works, but I don't see it.
You gotta take it away from the token itself. Health, that might
yeah,
do it.
you gotta do it from the token itself versus the character sheet.
Oh, okay. I gotta note
But,
that.
yeah, it all works out. Shadow, it is your turn.
Alright, so I am going to just move slightly, and I am going to try hitting the troll again with a firebolt.
Alright.
Yes, burn it. That's
20.
Definitely
One.
hits.
And it's laced in oil, so it's...
On fire.
It is.
On
It's
fire.
flames begin to spread around amongst its body as the fire begins to consume the oil on its flesh, causing it to shriek out in horrible agony.
Yep.
Ah. Sorry, something caught in my throat.
Is it dead?
Fuck no, dude, it's
No,
a troll.
it is
No.
not dead.
Troll, that's only 1 point of fire damage, and it's not doing much. Oh, I get sneak attack too, so I don't know if that works. Magic.
does that-
On spells,
I don't know.
No, it spells.
No.
No, spells? No, okay, I didn't think so.
Was
Alright.
the oil already lit?
Yeah, the oil is lit.
the oil
So-
is now lit, yeah.
That's my turn then, so. Next.
Right, Strife.
Second verse, same as the first. And again,
Bless.
exactly the same. Motherfucking. Okay.
14.
Does 14 hit?
14 does not hit, no, I
Ah,
apologize.
come on.
Man, this is not a good day. Like, I'm
Your arrow lances into the air, far beyond it.
really reconsidering the Black Templar thing.
Durnan finally gets to make his own attacks against this flaming menace that is this thing. And he gets to make. So that's 1 hit for 10 as he cuts into this thing. Another hit for 10. Another hit for 12. And 1 more hit for another 12. Wow, Durnan.
Why did I even come over here to help him?
Well,
Don't fuck with the bartender.
I'm about to say, he's a bartender of the Yawning Bloody Portal. Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, he's.
Dragobor sees that he's a badass, and immediately wants to ingratiate himself to him. So, free action or reaction, I'd like to look at Durnan and say, "You could say that troll was Durnan."
God, come on.
In fact, as the blade begins to slide across his body and the troll staggers backwards, you see Durnan take 1 step back and then take a long jump into a kick, sending the troll flying, still flaming, into the pit below, screaming all the while.
Wow.
We'll take this out of initiative for now. You never know when it might come back.
That's okay, we won't be here when he does.
Just leave immediately. Never come back.
Again,
Don't talk about it.
troll attacks are a bi-weekly occurrence, sometimes twice every week here at the Yawning Portal.
Thank you, you weird creature. Anyway, I'm going to my action. I need to help the dwarf. He helped me back, be sure. So I'm going to Sacred Flame this one.
Okay.
That will be at Dex.
A dex from the Sturge. Let's see.
Probably
Dex
gonna
is
make it.
decent.
I get this fucking
It
creepy as
did
shit.
not.
He does not. I'm
No, it's
awesome.
not. It is immediately dead. It is scalded beyond scalded, and it flops down to the floor dead.
Don't worry, my dwarf friend. I got your back, and I send a healing word to him.
To who?
Wow, that's a really good healing word.
Yeah, damn.
Who is this on?
It's Dragobor.
Nice. Dragobor is back in business.
I think it's the Vault-Tec icon going to Stragobor, who is
I
our
know,
Vault-Tec
I thought that was
enthusiast.
beautiful. Just
Yeah.
the coincidence of it.
Yes.
It was a coincidence, but I love it. And that's it.
Alright, Watcher, you are up then.
Alright, I was typing. Seeing Durnan just owned that troll, I'm just going to... Damn. And I'm just going to walk over here, fire an arrow at Sturge over there. Much arrow. Shoot.
God
That
damn
should
it.
hit.
Oh, that hits, well.
My name is Green Arrow.
And that is a dead Sturge.
Why does everybody have sneak attack?
Hey, I don't have
Well, we
sneak
have 4
attack.
rogues. I don't have either.
We're all rogues.
Most of them are rogues, dude.
We're an
Well,
entire
this is the
party
Yawning
of rogues.
portal.
I'm a rogue.
We're all... They're, 4 out of 6 of the party members are rogues, man.
Ain't that a bitch?
This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
This is gonna be stupid.
Jack, you just had a Sturge shot off your body, which is probably for the best, honestly. Let's be real here. But there is still one flying near you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna pull back the rapier and try and jab.
That is a solid hit. And that-
Ignore sneak attack. About 11 damage.
Wow.
I think it's
That is a solid death. As the thing flops onto the ground, still twitching from its imminent demise.
Son of a bitch.
I do not believe
congrats,
dogs have
guys.
any factor in giving birth to these creatures. Also, I cannot ascertain their gender.
Durnan sighs as he stows his sword away and begins to collect the corpses and throw them back into the pit so that the cleanup is just slightly easier.
The
And I
As
grab
he-
my arrows first.
Yes, you can grab your arrows first.
Yeah. Fuck.
Jack walks by to go pick up his dagger, which is probably thunked into the counter.
Mhm.
Well, that was
Strugabor
fun.
grabs the Sturge that's still stuck in his neck, that's still a little burny, and just squeezes the blood back into him and throws the empty Sturge back in the hole.
No,
Perfect.
my
Durnan smiles to each of you in kind as he returns to his post behind his counter. You see him line up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mugs of ale on the counter as he gestures to all of you, as he begins to rub down the spots where arrows or daggers stuck into the wall in the hopes of repairing the wood.
Well, you read my mind.
I'll pour the remnants of my vodka into it.
I just poured it across my faceplate, not wanting to seem rude.
I hold it empty beneath you. Your face.
Watcher's kind of holding the mug and looking down at it, wondering how he's going to drink with a beak.
Very carefully.
It's always
But
packed
he's-
liquid.
But also,
Beaks are inefficient, as are lombos. Like, it's weird how well this is working out, because already Strife is hating his current equipment.
So, as you guys enjoy your drinks, or perhaps you don't, but as you guys have formed this little posse by the bar with those spectators within the bar that chose to stay despite the troll attack, raising mugs in your honor, looking towards you with reverence, or even coming up and patting you on the side as they slide Durnan some more coins. one curious figure begins to push his way through the crowd of other patrons, seeming intent on getting close to you guys. And as he nears you, you see him, or you hear him, rather, call out to all of you, "You be adventurous, am I right? I could use your help. Would you care to join me at my table? We can have a talk, exchange a pint."
Oh, you are here to talk about Vault. Very good.
This one does not require sustenance or drink, but is adventurer, yes.
Always looking for work. Planned on joining these guys, so yeah.
I'm not exactly an adventurer, but I can help.
So would anyone object to following him to his small table in the corner, or...?
Nope.
Well, it depends on what kind of adventure you are looking for hangouts, but yes, I can hear you out.
Potentially profitable, but exceedingly dangerous.
I'm sure you all would be more than easily to handle it, obviously. I mean, the way you fought that troll and those sturges, it was absolutely incredible. You are indeed one of the most amazing groups that I have ever laid eyes upon, and that's coming from me, a well-traveled man.
I feel like I don't even need to insight check
How about
that.
to say, who here has any idea who this man is?
I know who it is.
I know who it is.
You don't get to speak.
How rude.
You have prior knowledge. You're not allowed. You're like me.
I know who it is, just based on his talking alone.
I just want to say he gave us a handout that says Polo at the Yawning portal. And it's there.
Except I didn't actually see that. I just know who it is just because of how he knows everything and how he's like, hey, I've been around.
You know what? I'm not gonna insight because I take the praise. I love it. I believe him. So let's go.
Yeah, so you guys are led over to his little table as he... as the figure who approaches you strokes his mustache and adjusts his floppy hat and tightens his scarf. Volo Gardanth, Chronicler Wizard, and a celebrity at your service. I trust you've noticed the violence in our fair city these past 10 days? I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But now, I fear, I have misplaced a friend amid this odious violence. My friend's name is Floon Blagmaw. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple of nights ago and was kidnapped. Or worse. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. Could I rely on you for this?
Of course. I'll be happy to track him down.
Accepted.
Could you type the name of the friend for me, please?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the friend is... that is the correct spelling, yes.
Fun fact, the first time I played this, everyone swore to God the guy's name was Flute. And we have no idea why to this day.
Yeah, sure. I wanna do a favor to this famous man. That would be nice for me. Yes.
Questions. What was Floon wearing when he was last seen, and where were his last whereabouts?
So seeing you guys are interested in taking this, he begins to divvy out 10 coins, and says that he was dressed in a princely garb when I last saw him, and it was simply 2 nights ago when he went missing. He and I had been out celebrating my recent book in the Skewered Dragon in the Dark Ward.
Oof.
Stregobor will get details on where they left and where this guy's Floon's residence is, so he can, in-game, know the route he would have gone.
Sorry, could you repeat that once for me?
I figure out where he was coming from and where he was going.
Okay. So, in that case, let me be a dear and jump you guys over to the map. of Waterdeep.
Yep. About as big as I remember it.
Damn.
Are we in the troll yard out of curiosity? Just to...
No, you guys are... Hey, let me see if I can do this right. There we go.
Wow. This
Down here. You guys are in what's known as the Castle Ward. The higher echelon in the tavern, the Yawning Portal.
by Cook Street.
Yes.
Cook Street.
And he was last seen in the dock ward?
Yes, in fact. He was seen... Oops, I zoomed out. I meant to zoom in. He was seen... Shit, where did it go? I lost it.
Such a big map.
It is indeed. Yeah, he was. Let's just say flat out. Yeah, he was seen in the dock ward at the tavern known as the Skewered Dragon.
Okay.
Do we have location for that?
He'll give you directions along the way. I don't have a way to point it out on the map because I don't see it for some reason.
If I had to guess, it would be down the street of 6 casks.
That's probably a fair assumption, actually.
That is a fair assumption. I mean,
You know what? Yeah, it's probably right there. You probably got it right. Here, let me...
So where does this loon of a floon?
He lives... he moves around in the city itself and doesn't have one of the main houses, as far as Volo tells you, but gives off that he and Floon just meet every couple of nights into different taverns to drink the night away in celebration or some such.
Did you just call this guy Volo?
I did say this guy was Volo.
Yeah.
yes.
This
it
rep,
is
that Volo.
Yes, this
That
Volo. This is
Volo.
Volo Gadarm.
The Volo.
Volo's
The,
good to
Volo.
monsters.
Yes, that's the book that he's celebrating, actually.
Yeah. Not who I thought you were.
Hey, Volo, I got some freaking little bits here. Like, on this little bit about goblins, I swear to God, you got like half this shite wrong. I mean, for God's sakes, we're not like this. In fact, most of us are very much bigger assholes than this.
I look to the side at the newcomer, just a random green goblin that just appeared out of nowhere.
Right. I've been here the entire time.
Are
Who is
goblins
this guy?
cool in this city? Or
In this city, it doesn't matter because of this particular goblin. Anyway, suddenly realizing his invisibility wore off, he fucking just... Oh, sorry, one moment. Snaps his fingers, he's gone again.
Got a goblin.
Strikabor checks his coin purse to make sure it's there.
It's still there.
So at the mentioning of essentially a contract to find someone, Washer will give him a curious look as he taps the brooch that holds his cloak together, which is just a iron eye shape, and he intones in a Elvish voice. Oh gosh, I have to bring this up now. I have a lot of random text that I've written down.
That's frightening already.
A bit.
In the 3rd precinct, specifically, of the trade wards down Salabra Street, I work for the Iron Oculus, an investigation firm.
Did that
Gee,
bird just talk?
Why the fuck aren't you over there instead of...
I feel like we're all just staring at you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you grow your own fletching? I saw you use bow.
Inappropriate.
Archer just looks at you, and... I think this is the right one? Hello, friend. I don't think that worked, did it?
Probably not.
Pity.
Kenku, avian race. Only communication via mimicry.
I have to work on my clownfish because I got it just so that way I can mimic his text.
If you want, dude, I could easily throw you my quick little how-to guide on that one. It's very easy.
after this.
Okay.
Well, I guess I will ask Bolo. Do you have any reason why someone would want to harm your friend? Is he in any kind of trouble?
No, not as far as I can recall. He's a lovely, beautiful man that made friends out of everyone. I couldn't understand who would harm him.
This is water.
I
Yeah,
want to
but
inside
got
that,
mixed
but-
up with the wrong crowd. And there's a lot of people around here who want to just hurt others for no reason at all.
Can confirm, this is Waterdeep. People do harm a ton others for no reason whatsoever.
There are gangs, and I've seen a few here tonight.
Maybe we dress elf person like Fancy Boy. Walk them down street as bait.
Now the worst part is, Strife is looking at you, and he actually tilts his head like he's actually contemplating that as a good plan.
I get it! Everybody's like, yeah, that would be a half-bad idea!
At least that way we have someone to ask instead of asking everybody in Dockward.
Current opposition is unknown. Plan is dangerous.
It's only elf, not big loss. I mean,
Plan is dangerous.
we will be there
for me,
to protect
it's my
elf, of
life.
course. Of course, no harm will happen to elf.
Surely hope not. I enjoy living.
Uncertain. It is Waterdeep.
That is true.
That is true.
I feel like a fucking robot Spock right now. It's hilarious.
It's great! I love it!
Oh, you're gonna be saying that is illogical a lot in this campaign.
I may start doing that now.
When Spock finally becomes the captain.
That's exactly it.
So Volo, as I said before, passes each of you 10 gold out of his purse and begins to sip at his mug in a slight sorrowful look and says, I will be more than happy to wait here the whole night if it takes, if you can find anything about it.
Wait a minute. You are a wizard, yes?
Yes.
Why not just use magic?
I lack the magic that would help me in this instance, and I've learned over time that usually groups of special people have better look at such things than individuals.
History does confirm this.
Well, the only problem I have is I'm out of magic right now, so I might have a problem. Like, I used most of my spells in that time.
That could be an issue.
It is.
Stragglebore will slap you on the butt and say, "Don't
Load
worry,
your entire
Stragglebore
load in single fight.
Stragglebore
To be
still
fair,
have axe. We will
There
do
was
it."
a troll over there. I thought it was, like, very useful to use my spells in that fight. There was a troll.
It is also the
very
Yawning
big one.
portal. Troll attacks happen either bi-weekly or twice a week, depends on the month and mating season.
Oh god.
They did have notice on door, saying no liability for troll damage.
That is correct. You have all
That
been
is
warned.
true.
Well, that's fine. I still have a few tricks on my sleeve. And I take off my hat and I pull up a rabbit out of it. See?
That is not sleeve.
Correct. That is a hat. Primarily worn on the head. Sleeves
Yes.
are worn on the arms and forearms. Illogical.
Usually connected to a shirt or a tunic.
Not necessarily.
Currently, Watch is trying to get a look inside the hat.
There is a rabbit in the hat.
There's a second rabbit in there.
It's the second rabbit.
Is this a real rabbit?
Is the rabbit alive?
Does it
Yes,
have a
look,
horn?
I passed the rabbit with a horn, yeah. Unicorn rabbit.
Does this taste better than normal rabbit?
I wouldn't
Normal
know.
rabbit, very good.
This is not a lagomorph.
Can you please not eat my rabbit? I pretty much only have one.
This one requires no sustenance.
I'll
That
save
is-
it for
Rabbit.
later. And I'll give it
Rabbit's delicious.
I make the rabbit disappear before they eat it.
So again, I look at Volo with a confused expression and mimic. Third Precinct, Salabar Street, Iron Oculus Private Investigation Firm. And I just keep looking at him questioningly.
I haven't sought out any of the more established firms yet, as this is a recent discovery. The guards are preoccupied, as you can tell, as of late. And while I would seek out somebody established, seeing you guys handle yourselves tonight gave me hope that you might be able to look into the matter.
I'll do what I can with the help of these guys.
If your
they
friend
want
is
help.
still alive, Stregobor will keep him as safe as though he was in Stregobor PM Vault.
Are you about to hand this man a business card?
I've already left a business card on the table.
Jackson during this whole time is kind of just swirling a flask around that has some water in it. He's kind of like, alright. So, are we all ready?
Well, I think the plan is get elf fancy clothes.
Negative.
Yes?
No.
So we just ask stranger if they seen man.
Affirmative.
That worst plan. Big city, lots of people.
More
Floon
logical
Blagma was
than
last
bait.
seen at
That's
the
actually
Skewered
true.
Dragon in the
There is a lot of
Darkwood.
people. Someone must have seen anything or something.
Hold on, the Kenku said something. I'm curious. What was that?
Floon Blagma was last seen in the Skewered Dragon Inn at the Darkwood.
Perhaps we should stop there.
Logical.
They better have a point.
Kenku is right.
Stregobor was wrong about you. This is very good investigation. Pop crawl!
God.
Yes!
This one does not require sustenance or drink.
I will not be carrying you if you get too drunk to walk, dwarf.
Affirmative.
Stregobor gets one for the road.
Of course.
Watcher
you will.
rubs his forehead.
Now you know how my ranger feels.
Honestly, mentality is probably the same.
I highly doubt the dwarf with a 18 constitution is
Constitution.
gonna...
The fact that you have, advantage on these saving
Yeah.
throws too, so,
I've got dwarven resistance and crazy con. I'm fine. His last name is Bottlebane.
I mean,
See, if
Yeah.
your character, specifically my DMs, throw in liquor, that has a impossible DC to make.
that's why DMs are like that, because you're that reason. It's your fault, sir.
Specifically yours.
You brought that on yourself, sir.
Our people regret nothing.
Save for a couple of cave-ins.
As you guys continue down Snail Street towards the Skewered Dragon from the directions you were given, you pass by Spiderweb Alley, which, as you can see, has been cordoned off by the City Watch. Lying on the cobblestones are a half-dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans, and are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees your group and says, "Get on. Nothing to see here."
No, keep moving.
The humans look like they have those eye tattoos.
No, in fact, the 3 do not. Rather, some of the corpses in the alley seem to.
Can we guys, can you help me a little bit? I might have an idea. And I summon the rabbit. I'll be a little bit blind for a second, so please help me out. And I want to send my familiar to try and listen what they are saying.
As you have
Quietly,
sit around the corner, or
I'm hoping they help me move around very slowly so I don't hit my head in a wall or something. Hoping. Or if not, I'm going to sit.
Who in the party has been the least unreceptive to Stregabor's humor so far in character?
Well, depending how you view it, yeah, it's either going to be Watcher or, depending how you look at how he laughs, Strife.
Or
Yeah,
Jack.
Strikabor-
Jack doesn't really laugh much at anything.
Stregabor will go to Strife and be like, I believe he is grasping at hairs. No.
I'm so glad I cannot hear you.
Watcher moves over to a wall and begins banging his head.
You hear Jack go,
Joke. Humorous.
No.
Because hair is another word for lagomorph.
Yes, he gets it. Ha ha.
Ha. Ha. Ha. Logical.
So you guys are leading this blind and deaf man slightly down the street as you listen in with the rabbit, as it were.
Yeah, I want to go and try it. Well, she is quite small, so trying stealthily, and she has big ears, so I have advantage on perception that relies on hearing.
Right.
That's actually true.
So as the rabbit is sitting on the corner of the street, sort of like slowly peeking its one ear or one of its ears around the corner, you're catching a few questions coming from the guards towards the three bound men. It seems like a conflict happened recently here, with the three men surrounded and attacked by those with the eye tattoos. As they fought them off, lost 2 friends, and killed off the rest of the assailants.
Okay. Well, as soon as I realize there is no more information, like they're only like, moving on, I'll make it disappear and I'll tell to the party. Well, it seems like those people with eyes causing more trouble. We should be careful. Here in the streets,
Correct.
all alone.
Members of gangs usually identify themselves via tattoos or other markings, best to be avoided.
Yes.
I agree.
2 gangs that fight amongst each other quite often.
So I realize this might just be full-on stealing, Grim. But at the mention of the eye tattoos, brow twitch.
Dude, go for it. If you want to steal that, by all means, I am not going to question it.
So, as you guys are moving through the dock ward, you're getting a sense of the atmosphere in the area. There are tall, densely packed tenements, leaving most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had the glass smashed and their candles stolen, and the smells of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by rows of rundown buildings.
I'm so happy I can't smell right now.
I'm starting to regret coming here.
One nearby shop stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and its windows. I fucking hate words like that. In its window hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign with elaborate letters that spell out the Old Zoblob Shop.
Is this like a children's toy stuffed beholder, or like, oh my god, that's a real stuffed beholder?
A children's toy stuffed beholder, like it's as big as the rabbit.
That's
messed up.
Yeah, that's kind of... Well, then again, I've had some pretty fucked up children's toys, too. Y'all ever heard of Furbies?
Yes.
oh god.
They're evil.
They are.
Evil, I tell you. Yes, they are. Mine would talk for no reason at all, even when it wasn't on.
Cool.
Cursed.
Yeah.
Mine became target practice.
Yeah, that's going to traumatize some children, I tell you.
Those beholders, yes, that would traumatize any child. Don't know why they sell them.
Watcher cocks
is it
his
like-
head. Sorry, go ahead.
What time is it right now? Is it nighttime, daytime?
It's past dusk.
Awesome.
It is dusk. Sun is setting. Sorry.
Spooky. Okay, that's okay.
So ignoring the curious shop, you guys continue down the street to the Skewer Dragon, which you know to be between Phillip Lane and Net Street. So the skewer dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards.
Hey, dwarf, this looks like your place.
Yes,
Might be able to get some
it's already like open up the doors with both hands. Stragobor need vodka.
Well, someone get that fucking dwarf out of here. What the fuck is he doing here?
God damn it, the goblin.
Love it. It's great. It's like the goblin owns the place now. It's great.
I couldn't resist that. Like, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Gotta play a game with this freaking goblin at some point.
You're missing that, trust me.
Great.
Shadow walks in and just kind of finds a table in the corner, just where they can listen in on other conversations, maybe pick up something.
Okay, so you're entering in after the boastful dwarf, but just slinking off to a corner.
Yeah.
Stragobor, you're heading right for the bar, aren't you?
Yeah, I ask for vodka and ask the bartender if they've seen Stragobor's good friend, Plune Blagmar.
The bartender gets a sort of skeevy look on his face as he slides a small tankard of vodka towards you. It says, can't quite remember. It's a shame that, isn't it? If only something could grease the wheels, as it were.
Jackson would immediately walk up and put his hand on the dwarf's shoulder and go, and he'll say, yeah, honestly, about that, I mean, withholding evidence because this person has disappeared wouldn't really be in your favor, would it? You do like this bar, yes?
Do I like this bar? You see him pause,
he's
gesture,
intimidate.
intimidation.
It's the name of this bar, Gobbo's Joe's. I love this bar and grill.
He's trying to intimidate him into actually talking.
Alright, let's see the roll.
21.
Okay. I was actually a little nervous there for a moment.
I have a +3 to charisma.
You're the Negastrag.
You see the man scowl a bit as he pulls the tankard of vodka away from the dwarf and says, "Yeah, he walked out here with one of those old nobles. Are you fighting for the vodka bottle?"
I'm just holding it.
Okay. Yeah, you keep it. Yeah. He walked out of here with one of those nobles. Never Ember. Chip off the old block, that one. Another rich, spoiled noble that likes to rub it in our noses.
I hate those people just as much as everyone else.
Hey, I think I know that guy. I pissed in his bed sheets. What was that?
Stragobor.
Or was that always gone? I don't remember the names.
In Thieves' Stragobor will say, Stragobor goes to many places, but fancy man pays well. Next time Stragobor he'll pay good. In Thieves' Cant, if he understands it.
To the barman? Or to the... Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, but do I need to remind you who Lord Neverember is?
Remind me or remind them?
Remind us.
Them.
Lord Neverember is the Masked Lord? Or, no, he
was the ousted open Lord of Waterdeep.
Yep.
His son, actually, I believe, is who he's referring to.
Okay, so
So this just already got way more complicated than a simple fetch quest.
Yeah.
As it should be.
well, why didn't they fire somebody competent instead of us?
Why didn't they hire somebody incompetent or competent?
Competent instead
I
of
heard
us.
incompetent.
Honestly, it could go both ways.
I could.
We were the lowest bid.
We were the only ones at the bar.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am very competent. Can you see?
Incorrect.
So have the rest of you entered into this bar as well?
Yeah, I would be listening in as soon as he decided to drop the name in the open.
Right, yeah. You see a few other patrons spit on the floor as the name rings out from the bar. But nobody's paying obvious attention to the conversation going on. Strife, you have, as you're, let's say, near the entrance, leaning against one of the walls maybe, you feel a tap on your side coming from the left, and it seems to be a broad-shouldered dwarf with a smoothly oiled black beard and a multitude of different silver rings on his stubby fingers, knocking on your side.
Do you require assistance?
You see him make the come hither gesture to you as his height becomes slightly more apparent, and says, "Come here, you louse."
I am not an insect, I am warforged.
I say as I lean down.
So he leans into you slightly as he's sipping on one of his tankards. It seems like he has quite a bit of alcohol in his breath, and he says, "Ain't none of these dumb fools here. I'm going to tell you nothing you can believe. If you want to know about that skinny boy and his pompous buddy, I'll make you an offer."
What does this offer entail?
You lot seem, let's say, you got numbers, if nothing else. So, how about you owe me something, and I tell you a little secret to keep going, as it were.
Oof. Okay, brief interconflict moment here.
Shadow's probably not far from all of this.
Sure.
She's gonna kinda just come up behind this dwarf and, gently grab a hold of him with her, dagger. It's like, you're not going to do anything. You're going to tell us what we want to know, and you leave with your life.
Just right in the open, huh?
I mean, it's actually, considering he's a dwarf and Strife is in front of him, Shadow's behind him now, it's not as obvious as you would think.
Yeah.
So, as this site being slightly blocked from the open view by the giant robot man, and Shadow being subtle about it from the back, I imagine. Yes?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So you see the dwarf tense up a bit as he drops, or nearly drops his ale as he catches it slightly and says, "Look here, Missy. I am part of a group of interest, and they would have a sore point if I were to go missing. Not only would that be an issue, but having the constables looking for the person that got a man in the middle of a bar might also be an issue for you."
Correct.
True.
It would be safer to take him into a back alley where murders happen frequently. No one would bat an eye.
You see the dwarf nodding along with it before realizing that he shouldn't be.
Shadow's nodding.
Sometimes
Right.
having a completely logical war machine is handy as fuck.
Listen here. I simply wanted to make a small deal. Look, you can deal with these dumbnuts if you want, but I simply wanted to offer you a little piece of advice in order to call in a favor in the future. You can say no. You can keep looking around the area as much as you want. That's all up to you.
What kind of favor?
Just a small one. I don't mean like, kill somebody or nothing like that. I just mean like, maybe I need a place to sleep for a night or two. Maybe, maybe that. That sounds good.
Well, what do you know?
You see him pause for a moment before reaching into one of his pockets. He does it slowly to not entice getting stabbed.
Right.
But he pulls out a small scrap of paper that seems to have a charcoal etching of it, of a winged snake holding a coin, and says, "If you travel down Candle Lane, just look for this symbol on a door. That'll be what you'll be looking for."
Appreciated. You have a deal.
See? Easy to make. He pauses for a moment, juggling the ale and the scrap of paper before he gives the scrap of paper to you, puts the ale in the other hand, and holds out a hand to the robot first to shake on it.
I just kind of tilt my head and just hold my hand out. I'm not actually taking his hand in a shake, I'm just holding out like he is. I'm mimicking him.
Right. Well, if you do so, he's more than happy to close the gap and shake your hand. Before skedaddling away from the bladed person that came up behind him and moving into a booth nearby. As Jackson returns from the bar, and I imagine Strags begins to move away from the bar as well, now that a vodka bottle has been finished by him.
Can I just point out right now, my alignment is lawful fucking good, and this still happened.
Yeah.
It's never your alignment, it's always how you play it, kids.
My character is gonna kind of look over the dwarf quickly, and then look.
I'm trying to find Candle Street on the map right now. I got a feeling it's nowhere in...
Candle Street is...
Fucking balls, this map.
I see Candle Lane.
Candle Lane, that is correct. Yeah, you guys, it's not that far away. Sorry.
What kind of dwarf is this?
This is a, I forget, I think it's a hill, they're called shield dwarfs in Faerun, I believe, but it's a hill dwarf.
Interesting.
If that's what you're looking for.
I think that's the same as Stregobor.
Stregobor's a hill dwarf?
Well, I'm whatever one gives me the +2 strength.
That's mountain dwarf.
mountain.
Well, there aren't shield dwarves in this, are there?
No, that's like a weird, big old colloquial term for... how do I explain
I mean,
that?
that's older edition.
No, in Faerun they have their special names for some of the races. So a hill dwarf is known as a shield dwarf, and a mountain dwarf is known as a gold dwarf, I believe. It's not that important. It's just their little lingo or jargon for it.
So he's not exactly a distant cousin.
Okay, yeah, so, like, if he's not a mountain dwarf, he ain't shit.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, what are you doing here, ill dwarf?
The man pauses from his skedaddling away from the bladed person to look towards you, sip at his ale, before saying, "I'm offering some games of Sava. How about you?"
No, hill dwarf always cheat.
Right.
Ouch.
And you see him slink off, or continue to slink off into a booth.
The inter-racism even. Beautiful.
So, why you talk to dirty hill dwarf?
You hear Jackson say out, "What's your name, by the way? Never caught it."
The man who looks kind of put out at this point because he keeps getting stopped on his way to a booth, flashes his rings and says, "Silver fingers."
Correction, shield dwarves are mountain dwarves.
Oh, are they?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Do I have it backwards?
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
more sense because gold dwarves are because they get tanned. Or
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you. I apologize.
sorry, quick
Oh,
bit
no,
of retcon. I'm like, oh, hello, cousin. How are you? This is very good dwarf.
Right.
we are interrupting this man from his other activities.
His other back alley pursuits.
So, do you tell us the plan?
Oh yeah, I'll
So
Let
you
others
listen to stranger, and stranger say, "Hey, go to secret, out of way building, and just go in. Definitely not trap."
Well, we'll find out if it's a trap when we get there.
This
Chances
is
are
how-
it is. I mean, but some information is better than no information. A
Correct.
lead is a lead.
How do you get framed for crime? I think, but only lead we have.
Yes.
It is
Lead
easy
is
to
lead.
avoid being framed for a crime if you are no longer within the vicinity.
Also true.
So what you're saying is, if we see something we run, I like it.
That is correct.
I want for it.
The moment
I
when the
don't
Warforged
like
is
it.
the most logic.
You all know Stregobor is slowest in group. Only have outrun Stregobor. This is bad plan.
Only for Stregobor.
Maybe our robot friend here could carry you.
Negative.
Well, just worth a shot.
So I'm going to run with the assumption that you guys have gathered back together with the newfound information and are leaving, or are you going to be scouring the area for more information?
With a solid lead, Strife's gonna want to go the most efficient route and just head to Candle Lane and start
Yeah.
looking for that symbol.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
the caveat that if we pass any beggars that look like this is their grounds, I'll flip them a silver and see if they know anything.
Would I recognize this symbol and know what group it would belong to?
Yes, anybody, the majority of people that have spent a good amount of time in Waterdeep now, let's go with Jen, Will, I'm doing actual names, I don't mean to do that. Shadow, Stregobor, and Watcher actually recognize the symbol to be Zentarum.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Told you. Very bad idea.
Well, it could be better than going into the... Would I know the other one with the eyes? I would know that would be right as well.
That's a name lesser spoken, but it is known to be the Xanathar's Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's better
yeah,
than walking into the Thieves Guild, for that matter, than...
Only good thing about Zentarum, no feel bad if kill.
Ah, there you go. No one to
Correct.
come and hunt you down and eat your brain.
Zentarum are usually full of criminals.
True.
Are we planning a murder already? I thought we just were investigating. We're not planning a murder, right?
Oh, no. We're...
Absolutely not. No, murder never happens in Waterdeep. You kidding? That's Baldur's Gate.
Murder has already been avoided from Silverfinger.
So,
Do
Well,
we
I-
see
never
any
mind.
beggars around here that look like this is their preferred begging grounds, or is this not that type of district?
The Way of the Dragon in the Dock Ward?
Let me do it this way then. So moving through Zastro Street, you do spot a couple of beggars here and there that seem to be locals to the area. And Watcher, I think you had something you want to add in?
yeah, before we... because everyone seemed to be dedicated to, let's just go to Candle Lane. Watcher's going to look at all of you and essentially mimic, where you followed, Silverfingers, and then he's going to point the direction where the guy went.
The guy just went to a booth in the tavern, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't leave the tavern itself. He spotted an opportunity, passed on some information, and then tucked himself back into a booth to keep drinking.
That doesn't mean you can't tail a guy after a while.
True.
Well, Who has the best perception?
I do, actually, to be quite honest. I have
What's
a
your
passive.
perception?
My passive is actually a 21.
Hi, Sticks. How are you doing?
Yeah.
My base perception is a +6.
Are you guys wanting to stick around and watch to see if he leaves, or are you guys wanting to continue along the way, or split the party?
I think it's safe to assume if he does start following us, one of us will be able to spot him.
Yeah, Stregobor will ask that beggar.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you meant you guys wanted to follow him, not make sure that he wasn't following you.
That was my pitch, but apparently no one got that.
It's hard to understand a bird. Give it time.
Beggar, how much are you flipping him?
I go to one of the ones that look like they see the most, and I'll just hold a silver. Ask him if they had seen a fancy man, name of Floon Blagamar. Couple of nights ago. Goes somewhere around here. Did you see him?
The beggar looks kind of nervous as he glances up and down the street and says that he spotted 2 fancy men 2 nights ago getting tailed by 5 other men.
Oh,
Other
yeah.
men have eye tattoo or don't like to say name of other group.
He
Nice.
didn't get a good look at what the men had on them besides black armor and some weapons.
That's
Oh, yeah.
probably enough information. I'll give him a coin, the silver piece, and I'll tell him, probably want to be scarce around here for a while.
The beggar man nods and moves away from the area as you guys pass by.
No, I would ask what race he was, but if he's not a dwarf, I'd say something disparaging about whatever it was.
The race.
It was a human.
Ugh, human. At least they're not gnome.
I thought about saying no.
Gnome's worse. If gnome, no coin, just kick.
Oh god, the racism is real.
Ouch.
Ironically, it's tiefling that he's okay with.
Oh, shut
When
up.
I'm hearing racism, it makes me laugh because normally elves are the most racist, not dwarves.
Well,
Weirdly true.
I had to come up with something for my 6 charisma.
Yeah, blatant racist is a pretty good one.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
people's faces, not even hiding it.
So Gloom invests a narrow alley, as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. Nearly all the street lights have been smashed, and the only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle. Getting near the light, you can find that there is but one building on this small alley, or this narrow alleyway, that holds that symbol that you guys were looking for. It's painted on the door across from the only intact street lamp. The door seems to be leading to a warehouse.
Is this the first street lamp we've seen that was working since we entered the dock ward?
No, the occasional every occasional street lamp was working in the dock ward, but in Candle Lane, there's only one working one.
So, you say you sneaky elf.
Yes, I'm sneaky.
Well, I think they keep this light on for a reason. Maybe you go sneaky elf over that way.
Okay. I will head off into the shadows and be a sneaky, stealthy, roguey elf.
Reminder, we are potentially entering a hostage situation.
Stregobor will act natural.
So,
Racist?
What is it, Washer?
so looking down the lane, how are the buildings assorted? Is it like 3-story tenements with windows along the sides, or?
It seems to be mostly storage areas. This warehouse seems to be indicative of a sort of storage conglomerate around the area. There is one tenement about 1 block away from you, southward.
Meaning that there's likely another way into our target destination. I'm gonna probably stealth and take a look to see if there's an exterior window or a basement entrance into our target.
Okay, so you and Shadow are stealthing in order to get a better eye on it.
Yes.
Not my night today.
No, not quite, no.
You're better than me. I feel like I'm just standing under the street lamp, hiding behind the small pole, thinking I'm being stealthy.
I'm gonna do stealth as well, just because everybody's stealthing. I don't want to just be there in the open.
Well, Stregobor he's just.
I am the best rogue, and I'm not even a rogue.
Leaning
If I
against
hold completely still, I am invisible.
Oh, yeah. I'm just leaning against a building, looking very conspicuous, smoking a pipe.
You and Strife both.
That's okay. That's alright. We have our scout and recon team already going in. I think it's obvious who's doing what in this group.
Occasionally, someone will go by and Stregobor will go, I am definitely not drug dealer. Move along now.
Can confirm, he is dwarf, not drug dealer.
No, he is an alcohol dealer.
That would require him to brew alcohol. He merely drinks it.
Well, actually, oh no, I don't.
I'm about to say, did you actually take brewer supplies?
I was gonna say, wow.
No, I took thieves' tools, mason's tools, and smith's tools. I thought about it.
Of course you did.
Well, I figured Draconic was a better choice than Brewer's Kit.
So, those of you attempting to scout the area, I've moved the map so that everybody should be able to see it now, right?
It's all black.
Yeah, it's all black.
I can see it.
Scroll to the bottom.
More like the left.
Oh, they don't have... Yeah, it's darkness, so they don't have...
Dark vision.
Let me fix that, at least somewhat.
I can see it.
I wish I had made some special arrows, damn it.
I'm gonna, while they are doing some reconnaissance, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes ritual casting the comprehend languages.
Interesting.
My gift failed. That's
You have a gift for the comprehend languages? What the hell would it be?
let me see if I can fix it in the meantime.
Hylock, can I say that I lit a candle and I'm shielding it with my hand to create dim light?
Wait a minute, this map looks familiar. Oh god, okay.
So, you were saying, Watcher?
Can I light a candle and shield it with my hand to create dim light?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I have low light vision, essentially.
Okay, does everybody see at least a little bit now?
Yup.
Nope.
Yep.
Cool. Comprehend language is going. Cool. Let me exit out of this, move this, so forth and so on. So this warehouse. Those of you stealthing around it, Watcher, you can check around the building. It seems like the only entrance to this area is the main dock. Whoa, not in there.
Nah.
You don't get inside yet. Seems to be the main entrance guarded by a rusted old fence. There doesn't seem to be another door adjacent to it, or scattered around the building. Shadow, you, as you are going around the building, also looking for either another entrance or just sort of making sure that you guys are alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. You can hear, just barely, the sound of things, of probably people of some sort, moving around within the building, pretty close to the wall that you're adjacent to.
Okay. But there's no other entrances. Just the main one.
Just the main one. There is a second story to this, which does have a... wait. That... Sorry, give me 1 second.
I was about to say, hi, Locke. We're about at the 2-hour mark, dude. If you need to take a quick break, real quick, we could.
Yeah, we're past the 2-hour mark, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, well past it. We're at the 3-hour mark. Let's do a quick 5-minute bio break and such, grab snacks or whatever else you guys need.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Also,
Only 8 o'clock.
yeah, that GIF right there, perfect for comprehend languages. I am corrected.
Right? The drama is great.
Really is. That all said, as we have said, we're going to take a quick little break and we'll be right back. Whew. Ah. And we're back. Are we all back?
Most of us, I believe. We are missing Martin.
Shannon and Martin.
Yeah. So, how about the Mets?
I don't pay attention to sports.
Neither do I. I'm pretty sure it's out of baseball season. I just wanted, I don't know.
Isn't it? It's football season.
I had enough of the football nonsense from my coworkers. Colorado's full of football and South Park junkies.
Yeah.
We're pissed off at the Saints game. It's hilarious.
You know what? I really hate those frickin' New England Patriots, but my God, can they cheat ever so fucking good? I swear to God, like, they are all meta-goblins at heart, and God bless their souls. Bahamut bless their souls. Hi, how you doing? I'm Styx the Goblin. Hope you all are ready for him just to randomly appear whenever I kind of get the fancy to just have him pop up and say something shitty.
So far, it's been fine.
Like, it'll be places that make sense. It won't be like random dungeon crawl in the middle of a fight. Why don't you try hitting him harder, you worthless dwarf? For fuck's sake! Did you not drink your keg before you went to battle?
Or while you're deciding whether or not to kill a bunch of children, Styx just comes up and stabs a kid.
I mean, it's just
Almost
an orphanage. Who's gonna miss them? Not their parents.
I love dark humor.
I think that's dark even for Styx.
Not dark enough for me, apparently.
Look, dark humor is like a pair of legs. Not everybody has theirs.
True.
That's good. That was good. I cannot deny that was good.
There ought to be some, like, caveat about, but everyone has assholes, but if you don't have legs, that shit gets everywhere.
Oh, God.
And there goes Grimm's viewers. Goodbye. So long. Farewell.
Mate,
Assuming he had any.
I've got 2, actually, right now. Just watching this.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Not many people watch these.
Well, according to the last Avarice views and check-ins in this first hour, 20-something.
Huh. Awesome.
You know, it's all worth it if we can just make one person in the world smile.
That's,
The
like...
smiling part's the hard one.
Depends on the person.
Dude, if they can't smile over my Styx annex, there's no hope for them. Who doesn't love a goblin whose sole goal in life is to rob nobles and then pee in their bed?
Right.
The nobles.
Nobles.
Yeah, but fuck them, they're noble.
You know, speaking of nobles, I think Shadow's a noble, so, you know...
Yeah.
Good chance she's been visited, or her family has, by a particular meta-goblin, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm back. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Just brewing some coffee.
Alright. So, in line with the break, and as an apology of my own, I misunderstood the map slightly. Just slightly. I still misunderstand it slightly as well, but you know what? Oh well. I think we're good. So, So as I said before, there is no other opening besides the one main entrance that you guys saw. We are over here.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, what are those things?
Rats.
Oh,
Have you never seen a rat before?
not when I'm this zoomed out. Wait, hold on, I'm zoomed in now. They still don't really look like rats. They look like rat people.
That is also an option in Waterdeep. Don't tempt me.
Oh god, rat folk.
Can we have owl bear folk?
Were
please?
rats.
Were rats, yeah.
Well, fuck were rats, dude. I had to deal with a were-boar once in Avarice. That was unpleasant. But I did get to shoot the bard.
And Kurdish.
And Kurdish. Multiple times.
So, there is the single door out to the street level that showcases of a the symbol of the Zentarum on it. Most of the 2 windows that you guys can spot have been mostly blacked out, leaving only just a bit of light creeping through to let you see the shadowed forms of small rats scurrying here and there.
Alright.
Yeah.
Come back around the corner here and let them know I heard stuff inside. If that still
Yes.
is
Yes.
true. So, the door, it's locked or is it open?
It is locked.
If only we had a rogue.
If only we had a rogue. We
If
have
only
like,
we had a multitude of rogues.
jeez, we have like 3 of them. You know?
For
I've got to say, for when we all just like botch of one roll that we're all trying to do, it's because we're fighting each other to get to be the one that does it.
Exactly.
No,
I've got the stealth. It's the regular, very stealthy dwarf.
Please,
By the
just
way,
unlock
Kyle.
the door.
Yes, Watcher.
One thing I did want to ask, while the exterior didn't seem to have any additional openings, how's the integrity of the roof?
oh god, I don't like that question. already.
It's a sort of rusted out old building, so it's entirely possible to find such a thing inside, but you'd have to scale, or you'd have to scale up the side of the building.
I do have a question. The building is in poor condition, right? Is there
Yes.
a way a small creature can get inside the building? Like I don't know,
human
a
crack.
hole.
There's probably rat holes somewhere along the line, considering how many rats are in the main entrance here.
Just because I think I know where this question is leading up to, are they rabbit-sized?
Yeah, rabbit sized.
Are you just gonna lob your rabbit through the roof?
No.
Okay, that's
No,
not
he's
what I was
looking
thinking, but
for
that's
a-
hilarious.
He's looking for a crack on the sides of the walls that a small creature could fit through.
Not that big of a creature. A rabbit is, I believe, like 3 times larger than a rat, right? I'm not wrong in that.
It depends on the rats. Like, you see New York
Yeah,
rats, they're
it
as big as
depends on
fucking
the
beavers.
But yeah, I see your point. I wonder if I can make a hole that big. We're trying to be stealthy. Forget it.
Why not simply just... Oh, hold on, I'll have the voice changer on.
Why not simply just open the door?
Where would be the fun in that?
It's
Anyway,
the most
if you
efficient.
want, be my guest.
We aren't exactly welcome here.
Well, we could... May not be welcome here, but, you know, we're here for a reason. So...
The last thing we want to do is be caught. I learned that the hard way.
That's fair. Anyway, can any of you get the door? I'm not very good with locks myself.
I feel like I just want to look at you like you're an idiot, even with the voice changer on.
I'll give the door once over.
It is indeed locked.
Do I detect any traps or poison coating the handle?
No. No, there doesn't seem to be any sort of poison to it.
All right. Oh, of course, like with this many thieves, like the moment you don't do something once, that's gonna be a whole thing.
Of
Yeah.
course it is.
Yeah, with that sort of 11 there, that door is, making a bit of noise as you're trying to get it open, you're clicking against it here and there. It's not coming easy.
Move out of the way, move out of the way.
Have you considered
So
picturing
before
it as a vault?
Jack's trying to get the dwarf to move out of the way.
Maybe let someone else handle this. You obviously aren't very good at it.
So before any of this, like you said that it's a rusted door that's making noise. Can we oil the hinges?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
no,
like.
I'll do that.
Okay. Okay, so the door has been oiled, and Sugarboy does another roll. Yeah, with some assistance, the lock snaps open.
I'm gonna pull my
you
rapiers.
guys, yeah, you guys have access.
Wonderful.
I'll point out that this is the door, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but what is this then? A window?
Wait, I don't want to be there.
Is that a window?
That was a window, yes. I mean, you could be unlocking the window if you want.
Yeah, I think that's what Strugabor was doing.
You all confuse me.
I thought it was unlocking the door.
We'll eventually figure this all out.
One day.
One day.
It is kind
Alright,
of
so
fun to
the
realize.
window is now unlocked. Congrats.
Jack just shakes his head and goes, "Alright, another escape route. Let me get there."
No one expects doors through window. Very sneaky boy move.
It's because doors usually cannot reach the window.
Jackson pops open the door itself. So now you guys have a window open and a door open.
Wonderful.
I've done this more than my fair share of times.
If we go around just unlocking everything that's locked, we might level up.
Well, this is a milestone, mate.
As Strigabor raises up the window, letting him, Strife, and who's ever next to them a clear look of the little room here. It looks to be a small common room leading to some offices. But what's most notable is that behind this door right here, the one that leads to what you know to be the main walkway, is a small silver bell attached to the door that would ring if it were to open.
Told you, window much better.
But there are rats in there. They're
But
not.
silver bell, that sounds like magic. Why make bell out of silver? Very valuable.
Is there a way to detach the bell from the door so it doesn't ring any further when we open it further?
Yes, it could be cut away, actually.
Wonderful. Let's attempt to do that.
Certainly. You can step inside through the window and cut the bell from the door itself, and it'll drop into your hand.
Wonderful. I will do that then.
Yes. Yeah, so Shadow steps into the main room here. I'm going to move you slightly.
Okay, that's fine.
Cuts off the bell attached to the door next to her, and it seems like the room is free and clear except for the rats skittering here and there.
But they're not like attacking or being aggressive, they're just being rats, right?
No, they're just rats. They are getting out of the way of larger creatures.
Okay.
I suggest we try to be quiet from here on out. There were voices coming from another room that I heard.
I'm gonna attempt this
I
stealth roll
whisper.
again. I'm going to cry.
The metal robot is bad at stealth. Who could have thought?
I'm only half
I mean,
metal.
who would have guessed?
Jeez, everybody's having a bad time
Yep.
with this. Yeah.
There we go. I don't feel so bad anymore.
I feel like I'm like being busy getting away from the rat, that I'm not being stealthy at all.
Yeah, so
Go
Launcher and Shadow, the very good ones, are very good, as could be expected.
Well, kids, which door?
How do you guys want to proceed? There are the two doors behind you, which probably lead to more offices based on the window you guys saw outside, or the door that Shadow just disarmed the trap on that proceeds into the main warehouse.
Strugabor is going to get his 2 axes ready.
I'd say the main door.
The trapdoor
First,
would be the most
this-
efficient.
Does the door have a keyhole that someone can look through?
Which one? The one leading to the main walkway?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can take a look through that and see if there's anyone on the other sides. Or if there are other entrances.
Right. It seems to be mostly just rats scurrying here and there. You see the door that is the main entrance and one other door across from it that leads further into the warehouse.
So as far as I can see, there's only the one way in.
Yes.
Jackson, do you do realize that I play thief before I got into this game, right?
I know.
Plus, that's the only reason why I'm being so careful.
Also, we're level 1. It's okay to be paranoid.
Yeah.
If there's only one entrance, then we can't really do anything about it. I would prefer to look in the other rooms, though. I'm not sure everyone's amenable to that suggestion.
Well, if that's what everybody wants, then that's what we can do.
Well, this is out of my expertise, so I will follow your lead, actually. Robbing warehouses is not what I usually do.
I thought I left this fight behind me.
Watcher's gonna look at you and say, "Not Robin," and then in a different accent, "We're independent citizens with a mind towards civic duty."
That works.
That's
Yes.
still unsettling.
Stregobor, like, while through a walk, has just been saying, "My vault from Stregobor" to you whenever, like, you're repeating stuff. It's just like hoping that you pick that up and start advertising for him. Just
Okay. With all seriousness, though, enough doting around. Stripes gonna open the door.
Finally.
Alright.
Alright, the door swings open silently as the bell was already removed from it, leaving you guys entrance to a rat. Congrats.
I'm having Roshi flashbacks.
Huh. Well,
I can't keep blast these doors.
we are making progress. That's fine.
Should we kill it for XP?
No, milestone, mate. We're on milestone. We don't do XP. No.
Precisely to prevent things like that.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, you guys have your next door. Would you like to knock on it, bash it down, look through it through the keyhole, pick it, whatever you want
I
to do?
draw my coffee table and prepare to ram the door with my face. No.
this is a wooden
I'll look
building,
through-
correct?
This is indeed a wooden building.
Just after our one shot ish of Tomb of Horrors, know that as a dwarf, I have advantage on finding hidden doors in stone.
Gotcha.
I will bear that in mind.
I will look through the keyhole on the door if they're into the.
Yes. It seems to be the top level of a warehouse complex. You see some boxes stacked here and there. You see a stairwell that descends down. You can't get a clear view of the bottom level, the basement level, from your positioning, but you can see that there's a large opening into it.
Okay. I will gently open this door. Or quietly open this door. Anyway.
Would you like that I take the lead and draw out any potential aggressors?
That would be great.
Affirmative.
Seem like you could handle a few hits.
I prefer
Affirmative.
if we knock him out. I have an idea.
Alright. Well, knock who out? The robot or the other guys?
If there is a god,
There is a guard?
I said if.
Well, I'll clue you in, gents. I ain't seeing shit still.
I haven't seen anything yet either. I've heard voices, but rummaging around.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What's wrong, Fred?
No, that was me out of character, because I'm just having flashbacks to Tomb of Horrors and hallways.
So you guys have entered into the balcony of this area. There's all sorts of junk stacked here and there. Looking down into the main storage area, it seems tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed across the floor. And most notably, there are corpses of a dozen men lying along the walls, their rapiers and daggers lying nearby.
Well,
Unfortunate.
Do the bodies have any markings on them, talismans, to identify which group they might belong to?
Some of them appear to have the eye tattoos across them. The majority of them do. While the other half of them you can spot one or two of them boasting a tattoo of a winged serpent on their forearm.
Alright.
A conflict happened here.
Really? You think?
Affirmative.
Do the bodies look like they were searched? Or was this just a hit and run?
They look like they were searched based on their weapons laying neatly nearby.
Looks like they were looking for something, perhaps?
Fuck, I keep thinking in my fucking ranger's head right now, and I don't think I have that skill set. Nope, I do not have that skill set. Damn it. Nope. I am Warforged, I just keep proceeding forward.
Well, if they've already been searched, I assume they don't have anything valuable on them. But I'd probably pick up a couple extra daggers.
guys, I found some stairs. I want to see what's down there.
You'll have to, the stairs themselves are what lead down to the main area where the bodies are stacked. So you guys would have to go downstairs to get to them.
Gotcha.
This is promising.
I suggest the
And I
main
guess-
floor.
Why? What the fuck just happened? Okay.
You went down the stairs.
What is that?
What is what? I don't know what you mean.
Apparently nothing. Never mind.
Innocent DM is not innocent.
Where the fuck are these stairs?
They're to the left, man.
Okay, just making sure for...
I guess Isel is safe? Sure?
I'm just waiting to get fucking ganked or something.
I'm just trying to see if I can see an enemy. If not, I'm going to say to the party that no one is downstairs that I can see.
Doubtful.
Well, I will, make my way down.
Me and my dual rapiers.
Are these like crates and stuff?
Yeah.
I'll pull out my crowbar and open up a couple. What's in them?
Fuck. Don't move too quickly. They seem to be... You're fine, Jack. They seem to be mostly arms, actually. A couple of short swords here and leather armor here and there.
Nothing illegal or valuable.
No, I mean, it's kind of sketchy to be hiding armors and weapons away in an old warehouse, but
these aren't like... It's not illegal to be walking around with a short sword, though, so...
no, not at all.
I'll say, most of us have been walking around with short swords, rapiers, axes, and no one stopped us yet.
Yeah, I figured.
Curious.
I'm gonna not seeing fucking shit. What the hell?
And one of your voices, Watcher's going to say, actually, this is probably Struggle voice. This is probably obvious trap. And I'm just going to point back towards the main door and point at my eye.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Okay.
I
What is
just
this?
moved a lot. Let's see.
The bard found something.
Are those?
Yeah.
It's just poles in a dirt area. Don't worry, you're safe.
Yeah, but what are those symbols of?
Gonna move towards that area.
You see what I'm pointing?
Yeah, it's just part of the map. It's decoration.
Gotcha.
So this is nothing but a warehouse full of crates and, well, I'm assuming
And
like,
bodies.
Yeah.
and bodies. I'm assuming like this thing right here is supposed to be like a support pillar or some crap.
Yes. There you go.
Hi, Locke.
Yes.
What arm was the tattoo on?
The right forearm.
Okay. Mark that down.
I am going to move towards that to that box and investigate area around it. Figure out what's going on. With
There
it.
we go. That's what I was waiting for.
Ooh, there it is.
All right.
Someone triggered the trap card.
Yeah.
Of course. So, feel free to start rolling your initiatives. As you guys begin to spread out amongst the room, there's a sudden noise as wood scrapes against wood, as some of the crates open from their sides, revealing these lovely people that everyone loves.
Yeah,
Yep, my guts.
Oh my God, Watcher! You were working against us the entire time. How dare you?
How's it feel,
dare
bird brain? How's it feel?
The hilarity is that he's actually in the middle of them, so it looks like he's actually betraying.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He was truly the main bad guy all along.
Yep. Got
How does?
out.
Oh, okay. Just picture this. How does a Mexican standoff with Kenkus go? Because they can't be like, no, cool, guys, it's cool. They're gonna be like, was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you?
And the weirdest part is they all sound the exact same.
That's exactly it.
Oh, the mindfuckery at work with that idea.
Alright, so as the boxes break away, giving away their stealth, and they move in for an attack, Strife, you are actually the first to react.
I'm assuming this is all happening to my south?
I'm sorry?
Is this all happening to my south? I actually don't see what's happening. Is it down here?
Yeah.
You don't see.
No.
Yes, it's happening to yourself.
Okay. I'm just
You
making sure.
have sight. You just
No, I have
start
sight, but
vision.
I'm also... Okay, now I see them when I move my token around. Okay, they're on the other side of the dynamic lighting here. Because the dynamic lighting's in a cross shape, so I can't see past it. So they're literally just...
Yeah, they were hiding in the boxes, and the boxes are the center of the dynamic lighting. Yeah, I get you what you mean.
Gotcha. All right.
Well, in that case, I'm going to dart around here and say hello to this boy and hopefully actually hit something when I try to stab it. Oh boy, here I go stabbing again!
You really want to say that?
Yes,
I guess so.
Nice. Wonderful.
And
More
you know what's
damage.
beautiful about it? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stab him again with my offhand! Cause fuck the... there we go, there's the curse.
I'm convinced that if we open up Strife's chest cavity, we'll just find sticks controlling him.
That's exactly it. That would be great.
Until level 3, and then I actually develop actual quirks that are not sticks.
So as the rapier pierces through him, your second stab goes awry and goes over his shoulder.
I have no experience in fighting Kenku. This will be a very valuable moment in my life.
Jack, what would you like to do?
Be violent?
There's I come up here, and I'm actually
before now.
I'm gonna ask a good question.
What?
Do these guys have the symbol on their arm?
On their wing.
It's
Kenku don't have wings.
It's sort of hard to see so, but no, they do.
Alright. Jack's gonna pull out his rapier, pull out his short sword in its offhand, and then stab with his rapier.
Okay.
19?
19 hits.
I was freaking hope so.
Okay, for 8.
4. Here's the question. Are you intending to kill?
You did say you wanted to knock him out.
Yeah, no. Kind of going for more of a... kind of like shoulder stab, not like a lethal stab.
You're trying to wing him.
Trying to wing...
Okay. So your stab goes in through the shoulder, and his already bleeding form begins to teeter and fall over from his previous injury. They get to go, though, thankfully. Oh, sorry. Did you... Okay.
Oh, no, that was it. I was just moving one more. I had one more move.
He's not dead. I'm just going to mark that he's out of combat, though. So I have this fella who gets to move up here and make a stab, in fact, with its short sword. And it definitely goes into the gut of Watcher for a good 7 piercing.
Everyone's confused by the fact we're essentially just watching a cockfight at the moment.
This is illegal in Waterdeep. Bird fighting is very, very bad.
To be fair, they started it first. This is self-defense.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I don't know. This seems like it is
I'm not
for
gonna
the
lie.
birds.
If this guy actually hits me, I'm gonna be worried.
He's going to make a swing on strife, actually, is what I was going for. Your AC is...
18.
Yeah, no, he doesn't hit.
Okay, we're fine.
No, his short sword scrapes against your metal frame without doing any injury.
I just stare at
And
him.
our last friend crawls through the box's space to try to hit somebody that's probably easier to hit. Hopefully, he wishes. And definitely does so. A single slash against Shadow for a additional 4 damage.
Alright. Oh, gosh.
And it's your turn, actually.
Yep. Alright.
Stab him back.
Yep. I am going to pull out my rapier and stab him. Oh, I don't have the bless anymore, so it's just...
You still hit, I think.
Yeah, that still hits.
Yeah, it still hits, it's just I had the bless up. So yeah. That hits. Can't do much else with this second, so...
Alright, following you up is Rio, actually.
I would like to walk up into... Is there anywhere I can go that I can flank this guy?
You'd have to step around Shadow. You'd have to get to at least here.
I can do that. Yeah, sure. If I can... I'm gonna attack twice. Non-lethally, but I'm gonna beat the shit out of it. Bow staff.
Okay.
Apparently I'm not. 12.
No. 12 does not hit.
Well, then bonus action. 20. That's nice.
Yeah, that
5.
definitely hits.
Capoeira.
Punch him in the back of the head.
Kicking in the back of the head.
That works too.
It works for my ninja.
Yeah, that definitely works. Strigobor, what would you like to do as your comrades valiantly strike down these would-be evildoers?
Dragobor
think?
will head over here and see if he can see any. He sees a bird, but he wants to introduce this little bird to a hawk, and I'll start throwing tomahawks at him.
What the fuck?
Okay.
The puns are real.
Whoops.
Whoops.
It says that it's not a prey bird and gives you the wing.
The bird
Yeah, that hits.
Boy, that bird just flipped you the void!
And then sneak attack. Ah!
Doing fabulous.
Oh, I just threw away my tomahawks. Those are the only two I had.
I might want to retrieve those.
Thankfully, you still have a bunch of daggers you collected.
Yeah, I've got 6 daggers now.
Okay, Watcher, what would you like to do?
Frankly, my only option is to attack the one in front of me.
Stab.
You could
Yeah, I can.
disengage and run.
Yeah, no, because 30 feet of movement goes both ways.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, any diplomacy would have already been gone the moment I got stabbed, so that's not an option. 13, I imagine, doesn't hit.
13 hits.
Okay. And that's only 4 damage, so...
Still solid, as your rapier lances into... A lot of rapier and short swords here, I'm realizing.
Lots
Well,
of decks.
most of us are ranged in decks, yeah.
Yeah. Strife, what would you like to do?
Boop. Boop.
Done?
Stab. 16 with flanking.
Definitely hits.
And I want that non-lethal.
Yeah, he goes down.
Cool. Boop. And then stab. Miss. I'm seeing a pattern and I don't like it already.
Yeah, miss. Jack. You just saw one get knocked out in front of you, and there's still 2 more to go.
Actually, it seems like these two may have that one under control. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. It'll be easier.
Cockfighting is
Rapier
illegal
stab.
in Waterdeep.
15
Yep.
Hits.
for 11.
You non-lethal? Yeah, he gets. You hit him with the blunt side of your handle, and he goes down immediately.
This actually feels like level 1 combat.
Yeah.
Up to there, and that's it.
Cool. And we just have one left. He's going to take the disengage action and try to haul ass up the stairs.
Oh boy.
Shadow, what would you like to do?
I am going to promptly chase after him for a moment and try to capture him.
Yeah, there's no way he's getting out of somebody's range.
Yeah.
Gonna kind of stop at the base of the step here and short bow him.
Alright.
Yeah, short bow.
Ooh. 14.
Hits.
Ooh, nice.
That's actually just enough to put him down, as he falls face first on the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Alright.
Well, we now have 3 unconscious and 1 very dead Kenku.
He's bleeding out. He could be
Well-
stabilized if anybody
Yeah.
cared, but...
We'll time up. We don't want to get in trouble with the guards, so
Says the woman who threatened to murder a dwarf, just trying to give you
it was a
information.
threat. It was intimidation. Trying to.
So,
Which Strife
Actually-
apparently helped.
Jackson is actually going to look around at each of the bodies and find the most intact clothing they have. Because I'm guessing they're all kind of wearing the same thing.
Yes, they're all wearing robes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the most intact version of it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Pick up my tomahawks.
Yeah, I think these three we're just gonna group together and fucking tie them all together with someone's hempen rope. I can easily dedicate mine to the cause.
Okay, so you're tying up the 3 unconscious ones. Is anybody doing anything about the one on the stairs, or just leaving that as it is?
I was gonna bring him over here and see if anybody is well enough to stabilize him. I don't have that ability.
I don't
Well,
think.
you better not be looking at me.
I'll
Well, so I'm gonna actually have a medicine skill.
Great,
Um,
you do it.
I'm not proficient with medicine.
Neither am I.
Don't know.
It would be funny if I tried.
I have a big 0 in my modifier for medicine.
Well, I got a 3, so that's something, I guess.
Yeah, I've got a 2. It's about all I've got, so...
That's 1 fail. For his death saving throw, sorry. You guys can still make your
Does
roll.
someone want to assist me?
Yeah, I'll assist you.
Alright. So that's going to be with advantage. Toggle that real quick. And let's see if I kill a bird. 15.
15. He becomes stabilized. His wounds stop bleeding as heavily, so he is not in danger of immediately dying.
So, do you think this part...
What does that make? You're breaking up.
Do you think there will be more in here?
That's actually a good question. I will send my familiar upstairs to see if there is people there.
People upstairs?
Yeah, like guards or more Kenku coming down to kill us. Anyone?
This is a very poorly thought out
Just on
ambush.
the top of the stairs, just to keep watching in case. I want to leave it there.
Okay, I'll move him to the top of the stairs.
Great.
Hylock, considering where we are now, if I were to look, just considering where we are now, would this be the room that that Shadow would have heard the voices come out of from the outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this was fine and all, but what are we doing here? Why we... Well, beat the shit of those birds. We're looking
Suggestion.
for a...
We interrogate one of the Kenku.
That would be a good idea. I will see if I can find anything else that might lead us to Floon. What's this room over here?
It seems to lead to an unfinished part of the building, mainly dirt paved.
That is much better. I already sent my rabbit there.
You know, it is probably not the best choice of guard, because we ask Kenku exactly what employer tell you, and then he just repeats, can't lie.
That's true.
This logic is sound.
Well, he can repeat something else. He can repeat anything. He doesn't have to repeat the truth.
Sadly,
I think.
also
I don't know how Kenku works.
So, are you shaking one of these guys awake in order to interrogate?
I'll help with this, I guess.
Okay. I won't have you make a roll for it. You can slap one awake until it comes to.
I'm gonna check out this door over here and see if there might be anybody in there.
I'll slap the Kenku and like, hey, you! Mind telling me what are you doing here?
Can I get a charisma check of any sort? Which one would you prefer? Or either perception or intimidation. Probably intimidation, but which would you prefer?
Well, I prefer persuasion, but if you think intimidation is the way,
Considering the situation you guys are in, I think intimidation is probably the best way to play it, unless you want to, like, try to be good cop, bad cop.
I can be good cop if someone wants to be bad.
hello.
I eat birds!
Anyway, that's only a thing.
That seems to be, considering the Kenku begins glancing at its other fallen comrades, you hear, or you see it look towards you as its beak opens up, and you hear a deep voice with a sort of orcish accent come out, and it says, Xanathar sends its regards.
Do any of you know that name?
Xanathar? That's the other guild.
Oh, Xanathar.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Xanathar.
Not gonna win a game. Nope.
We're in the middle of a turf war. This has been established. Where
It
is
has?
Floon?
You hear it. You hear a thin, nasally voice. I am the pretty boy in the back room.
Would this be the back room then, or
No, that seems to
just
be an
finished
unfinished area.
The
Back room sounds like open.
person, can you tell me where they took the Floon guy? Yeah.
I'm in the back, and this looks like a door-to-door room. I
Yes,
noticed it
yes,
earlier.
it does. Give me one sec. I
No problem.
will mention. The Kenku continues in the same nasally voice that says, "Follow the yellow signs in the sewer."
Can you repeat that?
follow
he-
the yellow signs in the sewer.
Yeah, sorry, I'm poor at voices.
It's alright.
I think we're in luck, friends.
Hmm.
This Xanathar. There's more of us than him. We will have to keep an eye out, and we have more eyes than one person.
You are assuming Xanathar is a person. Xanathar could be an ideal.
Yeah, I know. I think we all are just out of character.
Yep.
I'm doing my best. So Strife, you, though you can't smell, do get the indication that this is probably a place that smells an awful lot like sour fish and vinegar. In this sort of cramped chamber, you can spot a man marred in grime and lingering stench of rancid pickled herring is hiding underneath a tarp.
I am so happy I can't smell.
The smell will come with him, don't worry.
Hello, Floon, I assume. We have been sent by Volo to retrieve you.
There's a pause as the man pulls his way out of the tarp, realizing that he's been found out, before he shakes his head and says, "You're looking for Flip?" "No, I'm sorry. My name is Raynor."
Fuck.
Flynn's a friend of mine. We were nabbed by those guys. I was put back here and managed to get free.
Do you know Floon's current whereabouts?
I think the other guys took him, thinking... I think they thought he was I.
Fuck. You are safe now. Please exit the horrible, small, cramped room.
Quite.
So is no one going to lock on to the fact that he said I think they thought he was I?
No,
Yeah.
I caught that. It's just I am
caught that
Warforged.
too.
Because Watcher definitely is going to walk up, mimic that exact thing back, and just give him and just stare at him.
Floon is sadly not here. This is Raynor.
Yeah, as you guys smell rancid pickled herring following Strife, you guys spot what may have once been a nobleman with nice red hair, marred by grime, wearing torn up clothing.
You should need a bath, that's for sure. I'm not sure where you were kept, but it's a horrible smell. So this isn't Floon then?
Negative.
He clears away some of the grime of his face, and you guys begin to get a better look at him. Yeah, Shadow, you in particular could recognize the face as Raynor Neverember, the son of the ousted Lord Neverember.
Fuck.
Question: can I use prestidigitation a few times to clean him up because that smell is driving me crazy?
Yes.
I'll do that.
I am Warforged. I have no sense of smell. I also
I
require
envy you right
to
now.
breathe.
Well, aren't you just lucky?
Negative. I have been created in this way.
So Raynor gives his thanks as Rio cleans him up a bit.
Would you be willing to help us find Floon? We were sent to find you and him, I believe, but him mostly. But your freedom is always good, too. I heard that you two traveled together, are friends.
Yeah, Raynor speaks up and says, absolutely. I would want nothing more than to help my friend. I believe that he was taken in my place, and I would not be a friend if I were not to go to help him.
I'm insight checking the whole friend shtick.
Yeah,
That's
go for
very
it.
noble of you.
He's going to, once he's been cleaned off a little bit, he's going to slide past you guys a bit to move towards the dead bodies. Watcher, he sounds honest. There is, you can tell that there is one thing about this whole circumstance that he hasn't mentioned yet, but it doesn't have to do with the friends bit. So he grabs one of the rapiers that was laid near one of the dead bodies, seeming to be the only armament he has right now, and rejoins you guys.
We should inform the City Watch.
We should. That would be a good idea. That way they can know about this place and clear it out and do what they will with the unconscious Kenku and this one here.
This one has mentioned a sewer system.
Stragobor, I mean, these are connected to the Zentarum. An official report with our name on it, not so good.
We don't have to give our names. Just let the god know that there's something fishy going on in this warehouse, and it seems to be tied to the Zentarum and Xanathar war. But we don't have to give our names.
Do we know who is Xanathar, by the way?
You know, it's the Thieves Guild of the city, and whoever controls the Thieves Guild is referred to as the Xanathar.
Okay.
So at the mentioning of let's not mention our names or this would be suspicious, Watcher's just going to say, I work for the Iron Oculus private investigation firm. We have warrants.
Wait, but if we don't say our names, how are we going to get our glory? How are the tales are going to be told about us?
We don't need
That's the whole
stories.
point.
We don't need stories about us right now.
What
No,
quite
no,
When you
content
mess
we
with
need?
the Zentarum, the only stories they tell is, you know, like, so-and-so died on Tuesday.
The only thing that it will get us is dead if we give our names.
None of you have even asked this one's name.
That's actually true. You don't know my name either.
No one knows who anybody is, really, except Stragobor, who gets his name to have.
Stragobor is like, it's rather presumptuous of you to assume I care. Just like a robot. Ugh.
I mean, we aren't quite friends yet, so I mean, we're just traveling together, working together. We don't know each other's names, but that way no one else will get in trouble.
We have warrants.
Correct.
Fine,
and no
fine.
laws have been broken. This was in self-defense, and they are all still breathing.
That is true. None of us can be arrested for murder.
Breaking and entering
Assault.
with a deadly weapon.
But it was self-defense, and we were here to rescue.
Correct.
Well,
So,
you know
We
what?
should
You're
leave.
right. I don't want my name in this situation. Let's get out.
I don't even know who you are, so you don't have to worry about me telling
Oh.
anybody's name.
Nice to meet you. My name is Ryu.
Ah!
Her name
You
is
will hear my
Shadow.
name, don't worry.
The dwarf is named Stregobor. At least that is
Shadow,
how they
that's not a
sign
particular
their
name.
applications.
Application.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Robot.
You are welcome.
This is really actually turning out to be a lot more fun than I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie.
Leave it to the robot to give away the names of don't.
Stregobor tells the robot to increase sarcasm sensing by 50%.
Apologies. Current sarcasm.exe is broken and non-functional.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, safe to say I'm kind of happy to go with Black Templar on this. That would have been a very much different character.
We must purge this bird. Anyway. Can we get out of here? This stench is getting into me. I don't like it.
Yes.
Rainier nods his assent, saying that we should probably get out of here and go look for the yellow marks.
The yellow signs to the sewer.
Oh, that's easy. They're in the other room. Like, around here. The yellow marks, the one I saw in the other room?
No, sorry, those are just parts of the map. They're depictions of gold pieces and dragons from Waterdeep. They're not actually part of the...
Are they made of gold?
It's real. It's fake gold.
They don't exist.
It's fake gold.
Gnomes have invented electroplating already.
Oh god.
Fine, let's get out of here.
Suggestion. We bring the currently conscious Kenku to show the way.
No, we just leave the Kenku here and alert the guard to their whereabouts.
Noted.
Suggestion. We don't go near the sewers. I don't like that place. It smells.
Negative.
Well, we have to go there. Wear a raincoat or something. Or some sort of protection gear from sewage if you wish, if you're that worried.
Scent from sewage tends to permeate all clothing. A raincoat will not help.
I was trying to make him feel better. Yeah.
Noted.
Thank you. I'll...
Need some galoshes.
Sewage in Waterdeep sewer system tends to reach 2 to 3 feet high.
Yeah, galoshes won't help.
Here, let me just be
Guys,
Captain Buzzkill the robot for all of you.
I know, exactly. It's great. Every suggestion gets shut down by the robot. It's
In character, I would like to say, guys, somebody's coming. We need to or get out of hide, but now. My my rabbit is hitting something. Heavy footsteps coming our way, like now.
Alright, I'll hide behind a box.
Jack's going to pull on the robe and then go hide in one of the boxes.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Just stand here.
Stregobor just remembered somewhere Stregobor needed to be. Excuse me, and I hide.
Yeah. I go.
Yeah, I'll follow that lead.
I blend in with the shadows.
Stealth.exe is currently non-functioning.
Yeah.
That's one way to say I'm not even
Turn
a
your
fucking
light
try.
off.
And I'm gonna make my familiar hide as well. I need to put a name on that thing. I think I did.
Name it Bob.
I'm gonna pick a name from one of my dogs and shit.
Name it Ted Bundy.
What the why?
Ted Bunny.
Ted Bunny.
Oh, dear sweet lord.
You know, I like that. Okay, I need to ask what is a constable?
It's a cop.
Oh,
Guard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the captain of the guard, basically.
Not a captain of
guards
the
are
guard.
coming.
Well,
Maybe if it's better not to hide, or they will think we are hiding something.
Affirmative.
possibly.
Such as your entire being.
You know what? I'm gonna stand near the Kenkus with my foot on top of one, waiting for them. That's it.
I'm just, like, maybe not stealthy, but just over here watching them, making sure they don't move.
Sorry, I don't know which way you're going. Okay. Yeah, so, as Rio suggested, you guys spot a large number of heavily armed figures slowly making their way into the warehouse, with the front door left, or not the front door, with the window left open and a trail of open doors leading down this way. They thought it best to investigate. The person leading it, heavily armored though he is, most people would recognize the face, or at least the body type, as what's his title? As Captain Staggett. Staggett is known to be, for the majority of you, Staggett is known to be a very well-known figure of the Constables.
Am I familiar with this one specifically?
Yes.
Of course.
We probably all are, at some point or another.
Strangely enough, probably, actually, given all of our weird-ass backgrounds.
Yeah.
So, who of you guys are actually hiding?
Stragobor is hiding.
I've decided against hiding. I'm just kind of keeping a lookout type thing, you know, making sure it's nobody who might try to come kill us. It's that it's, you know, the captain. You know, I know that it's not somebody trying to kill us, obviously.
Okay.
And
anyone else? Sorry.
Would make my way out and around just to kind of...
I think Stragobor's authentically paranoid. He's gonna get framed for something.
Yeah.
There was that one question.
That is true.
But all her weapons are sheathed and she's, you know...
I'm just happy we have the noble that, well, in our side, I suppose.
Yeah. So Staggett begins to move towards the stairwell, beginning to spot more and more people, some familiar faces to be sure. As his other, his other 12 officers begin to scour the rest of the top level before coming down after him. Staggett, looks towards Watcher, who he greets on the stairs, of course, nods briefly, and then gestures for Watcher to join the rest of the group in the middle of the room.
Yeah, Watcher does so. I was moving up to well, that encounter was different than I expected. Either way.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure. Yeah.
I was expecting him to question my presence, and then I would explain it, but...
He's trying to get everybody in sightline first. Alright, Staggett, Captain Staggett, takes a brief moment to glance at all of you guys, paying special mind to the Kenku unconscious and captive, and also Raynar Neverember. He seems to recognize the face, as any long-standing captain should. He pauses for a moment, seeming to gather himself before saying, "Well, this is quite an occurrence, isn't it? What led to all this, then?"
Well, we were sent by Volo to find one of his friends, and heard that someone matching a similar description was taken to this building. So we came in search for him, and found November instead. Turns out that the one that we're looking for was taken to another location instead of him.
Affirmative.
Let me make this easier. I mimic all the information that we were given up until
Thank
this
you.
point.
I was literally waiting for that.
I see. And Neverember, you agree with this summary so far? And Neverember, of course, steps in that, yeah, he was held captive here for a while. A couple of days. After a moment, as the rest of his soldiers, or the rest of the constables, begin to close around the area, seeing that they haven't been able to locate anyone else quite yet. Stagget mentions, so there's someone missing, as it were?
Bring up the name.
Yeah, I forgot his something like flute.
Floon Blagmere.
Floon Blagma.
Affirmative.
Did you have a location where he was sent?
Well, according to the Kenku here, he was taken to the sewers.
There's a brief pause where Captain Stagget appears to say something, or appears to intend to say something before he stops himself, and seems to take a step back, and says, well, what you've done here tonight has interfered in a long-standing watching operation. But I understand it was to rescue somebody, apparently.
Yes.
However, it's best to let the guards do their jobs, you know.
Fuck.
We have warrants.
You have
To be fair, we
warrants
didn't
on
know
you?
this was.
He was more directing that towards Watcher with a peculiar quirk of his eyebrows as, yes, and you have warrants with you then?
I shake my head no, but I just tap my brooch to indicate the organization I'm part of.
He nods understandingly, but looks to the rest of your conglomeration as well. Seeing as you've done some good here, and it is my understanding that none of these men are dead by your hand,
That is very true.
it is within my power to let you leave for now. But please be in mind that if I catch you in some back alley business, or catch you dealing with any of these folks, we might have to have a strong word.
No worries from me. I don't care for the factions, the dealings of these people to begin with.
Excellent. If we have an understanding here, then I think it's best that we see you all out of this forsaken warehouse.
Affirmative.
Of course.
So without Stagget's men, of course, doesn't prevent any of you from leaving, and they guide you guys out through the same door you entered in, or through the front door, rather.
Okay.
I follow.
As you guys pass by, Stagget takes out a small leaflet of papers. The realization of what he intends comes to fruition as he passes a piece of paper to each of you as you pass by him, with a single phrase of "keep the blood off the streets," okay? And the piece of paper seems to be the code legal.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so long.
You don't have to
It
read it all now.
Basically, if you think it's illegal, there's a good chance it probably is.
There you go, yeah.
And
Oh.
lots of fines. Lots
Yeah,
and lots
lots.
of fines.
Definitely.
So you guys are led out and into the streets, back amongst Candle Lane. The other constables are apparently tidying up business here and there, or returning to their post now that the watching of this warehouse has been a bust, or will be a bust from now on.
So, fun
guys,
fact, just reading over this, we've already accrued a potential 4,000 gold fine with that freaking extra. Hold on, let me see that again. Yeah, Shadow, you got extra 500 on you just from what we've done in this session alone.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware, but nobody has to find out. You see?
I agree.
I also have 500 on me for intimidating the barkeep.
There you go. Exactly. I mean, jeez.
Already a great start,
Wow,
guys.
yeah.
I'm allowed to spy.
I'm a bounty hunter. Fuck all of you.
I mean, she's a noble. She can get away with anything. No. Her family will pay her fines.
Fucking nobles. This is why I piss in your bed sheets. You can just throw gold at everything, make it go away. You know, fuck you. Fuck you.
Because then when you hear Captain Stanton's shout out an alarm as he sees a goblin.
Oh shit, they spotted me! Fuck!
Yeah, here's a question. Strugabor, what do you want to do?
I would have just awkwardly shuffled out with them when there's like, okay, you can leave, and it's like, oh, Stragglebor found house key that dropped in corner. Okay, oh, hello, I am just leaving with party.
There's a brief moment where Staggett grabs your shoulder, hands you the piece of parchment that is the code legal, before patting your shoulder and giving a small push for you to continue up the stairs.
You me will remember law. Thank you very much.
Alright, you guys, as I said before, are out on the street in Candle Lane. You have Raynor Neverember with you, looking slightly worse for wear, and you have but one small hint about where Floon has been taken. What would you like to do?
Avoid the sewers?
No, we're going.
Avoid the sewers?
We're about to say.
We're going to the...
No,
We're
here's-
going to the...
Okay, no, here's my thing. We sleep first.
Sleep would be good. Reyna here needs a shower, bath, or something.
I can only assume from all of you complaining about the stench.
About
Yeah,
I
it
dip you
is.
in water, robot boy.
I would be unaffected. I have no need to breathe.
I'm just
Like
saying,
short
if there is
circuit.
something I hate more than the sewers, it's the sewers at night. So maybe tomorrow.
The rats of
Alright.
Waterdeep can grow up to 1.5 meters long.
Thank you. It's so reassuring.
You are a combination of Sheldon the logical robot that gives out random facts for no reason at all, even though nobody wants them.
The worst part is, most of this I'm pulling out of my ass, but a lot of it sounds pretty legit.
It does.
Well, I believe it. I can tell you that.
I love this character so much better than BT already.
Oh gosh.
Neverember speaks up with the articulation and grace that only a noble can possess and says, as much as I would appreciate a rest, what you saw in the warehouse happened recently. They took Floon recently. If we were to leave him there overnight within their hands, we don't know what would happen.
Also true.
I gotta say, I thought of that, but I was ignoring it. Fine.
I mean, I have a way to get into their ranks if we need to.
No.
First, we must find
Best
the
to-
entryway into their hideout.
Best to go take that road now and go look for these yellow signs that'll lead to the sewer.
Logic
Yeah, let's
dictates
get
that it should
over it.
not be far.
Logic is usually correct in some cases.
Logic is also potentially
How
flawed.
about
That is also true.
how
We're very
if we take
wise,
a
Warforged.
1 hour to rest? I see some of you are quite hurt.
A short rest wouldn't be...
1
Yeah.
hour at least. I mean, I look at the watcher who is bleeding quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we could probably... But we should get out of this warehouse. Or we're already out of it, I'm just seeing us still in it, so...
Yeah, sorry, there's, I can jump to the actual map. Oops, that's the wrong thing to click. Actual map of the city.
Yeah. So perhaps we should find a safe place to rest, at least.
Like a bar?
That would work, yes.
Yeah, only a small
yeah,
rest, nothing much.
I would like to point out, the last 2 taverns we have been accompanied in, there was a troll attack, and also the threatening of a dwarf.
Well, I'm not going to threaten anybody if I don't have to. I just had to then, because he had information and we needed it.
He was willing to give it willingly.
No, he wasn't.
He still got his way.
He did. Nonetheless...
I think while everyone else is resting up wherever, I'm actually going to start, like, freaking scrounging around trying to find, like, a freaking entrance into the sewers that may be marked with some weird yellow thing.
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Because I'm fine, and I don't need to freaking sleep.
That is true.
Well, if we're taking a short rest, Stregobor, he's doing fine. He'll, I don't think I have anything productive to do with this character.
Stregobor, you may assist me. Their hideout may contain a vault.
Tell you what, take this and I will hand my familiar, and when you find it, we'll catch up.
It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this.
This is a lagomorph with a horn.
I know, it is amazing.
It is a lagomorph with a horn.
Your point? What's
Go
your
on, then.
point?
Yeah, well, take the familiar and let us know when you find the thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
And we
yeah, I
rest-
meant his point, not yours.
Ah, okay.
He just-
Watch is gonna dip out and head back to the organization. He can easily find you, though, because of this. I know exactly where every one of those is.
That's kind of disturbing.
That is disturbing.
You're like
but
fucking
hey.
Big Brother, dude.
Okay.
That's legit
Yeah, I'm
disturbing.
gonna go back and try to see if I can accumulate any arrows.
Yeah, me and Stregobor, I guess, are going to be... Well, I'm asking if Stregobor will join me in my hunting for this entryway. All while holding the rabbit by the scruff of the frickin' neck in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, just...
Stregobor will help. He is very good at finding hidden room. Except in wood. If you need that, get elf.
Elves can usually be found in areas. Correct. They would
This is
have
exactly why
expertise.
I don't roll it dice.
Well,
That's why I say
I am
the
half elf. I'm half offended about that.
average.
Can you take the average if you're taking
Oh,
a short rest
for-
for health?
Oh, for that? No, I do not believe so.
No, you actually have to.
Yeah, you actually have to
die
roll
for
that.
Yeah, as far as I am aware, there hasn't been any sort of...
Yeah, I'm just
Rolling
saying
anything
this
like
is
that.
why I always take the average.
Yeah, I might as well. Let-
I mean, 4 ain't bad. That's pretty
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
good. You never know. That 4 might save your life.
Oh,
There's
I'm
a
Yeah,
bad.
surprise.
because no one else will. We don't have healing.
No,
Funny
yeah.
enough, at
No,
one
we
point, if I didn't get one exact hit point, I would have died, like outright.
Level 1 is fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
God, Wes, it's been so long since I've been level 1.
I mean, being level 1 makes you think about what you're doing and that there are consequences to your actions. The higher the level you get, the worse you don't care what you do.
Last time I was level 1, we fought 8 kobolds and a baby dragon. It did not go well.
That sounds...
What the
awful.
hell kind of encounter was that?
I was say, that sounds weirdly familiar.
Yeah, the last time you guys were level 1, you fought several kobolds plus Commander Kobold.
To be fair, Commando Kobold, he was a boss.
Yap, motherfucker!
The Kobold.
And then at level 2, I shot a hag.
And got us all killed.
That is, yeah, from what I understand, that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So you guys,
Yes.
for over an hour, spread out. Raynar stays with Rio, just because Rio cleaned him up, and they both share red hair, because why not? Strife and Trigabor and the Rabbit search for an entrance suitable, while everybody else gets a bit of rest to them as well.
Like, I feel like every manhole cover I come to, for whatever reason, I just kneel down, start pressing the Rabbit against it, see if it does anything, then just move on.
Right. After an hour passes, you guys meet back up at the planned area, and Strife has indeed found a manhole cover, actually nearby Candle Lane, that seems to be the correct entrance.
Wonderful.
Well, when they found it, I'll follow whenever they are, because they have my familiar.
I feel like the moment I found it, I just opened up the manhole cover and then just dropped your fucking rabbit down into it. Because you just told me to take it with me. You didn't say what to do with the damn thing.
I told you to keep it so I can find you, but that's okay, I can make it pop.
It's like, there's a reason Strife kept on repeating, this is a lapine with a horn.
Right, exactly.
Please don't kill my rabbit, they are expensive to make.
Yeah. At level 1, that's an expensive thing.
The breeding rate of a lagomorph
It
tends
is
to
an
exceed
expensive
all
and
expectations.
Actually, I have a ton of gold, actually, but yeah.
I think we all do.
expensive and fragile.
I
What? How
rolled
much
a
gold do you
13.
guys have?
140?
Holy shit! I got like 25.
I got like
And that's counting the
175.
shit I just got.
Wait, you didn't roll for your gold?
No,
Or
what do I
did-
roll?
Whatever it says for your class to roll for gold. I think there was a thing for it too. I think it was like 4d10.
Oh no, I just
Or
took
four-
starting equipment.
Yeah, no,
44, I
there's...
believe.
No, you can take starting gold and roll for gold.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah,
that was part of my special rules for the character creation, just to highlight that you guys have been living in Waterdeep for a little bit and probably have done jobs on the side and so forth.
I
No,
caught
because
people.
I'm missing 10 gold then. If we are also taking the starting gold.
The starting gold for rogues is 44
Times
times
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's 40.
you have a bonus 22.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, you have 120
Yeah.
plus whatever your starting gold was, plus 10.
Hey,
Sweet.
what about a sorcerer? I rolled 4, but there might be more.
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to have starting gold?
Uh-huh.
Oh
You
no,
see
wait,
what you
no,
miss when you're
I
not
did
here?
use-
Oh, I'm fine.
I did use my starting gold. I bought a bunch of clothing with.
I want to buy some spells, but yeah, later.
I'm gonna buy some equipment later once we get...
Yeah,
I'm
need
going
more
to go
tomahawks.
into the sewers.
Yes, sewers.
So we regroup.
Yep, you guys regroup, find the correct sewer entrance as far as you can tell,
Well,
and begin descending down it, correct?
this is fantastic. I can afford new clothes after this. I can just burn these ones.
This one does not wear
Wonderful.
clothing other than this scarf.
Before
I am going to burn these ones. We're going to the sewers.
I'll just wash my clothes. Got more clothes at home anyway.
So, a putrid stream flows along this sewer tunnel, which leads in two directions. In one direction, you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk. A palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference. This seems to be the symbol indicated by the Kenku from before.
And beside it is just in really gnarled handwriting, it just says Styx was here with a smiley face.
Funny enough, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually was.
Alright. So, so following along the path led by these yellow markings, after an hour of following such signs through the tunnels, you come to a three-way intersection where a ladder leads up into a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby, and floating near the symbol is a spherical grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks. It bares its teeth at you.
Oh no!
My character's actually gonna do something smart.
Yep, that's what I thought it would be.
So he's going to see this thing. No, I don't know if he'd. Fuck. Can I roll an insight to see what this thing is doing?
You can easily tell from your guys' distance of around the corner, that it seems to be guarding the entrance, or guarding the ladder.
Alright, and because it's the Xanathar's Thieves Guild, he looks at you guys and he says, well, I guess this is when, you figure out something about me. Back when I was, working with thieves, I was called the Faceless. Snaps his fingers and his hair disappears and the eye tattoos show up.
Can't confirm. We knew nothing about you until now.
Mm-hmm. And he now has he has the tattoos that the, group
You are a
had.
changeling.
Bingo. It's not the Faceless you know more.
Oh no, I'm well aware.
And he's going to step out, have all the markings and everything.
I feel like we're all just watching what goes down from a distance. That said, I am readying a friggin' longbow shot on this thing if it turns hostile on us. Just thought I'd point that out.
Right. The creature, you see it study you with all 4 of its stumpy little eye stalks, intricately, before dismissing you and just continuing to survey the surroundings.
Alright, he's gonna look back and kind of wave the others forward and kind of pass.
Yeah, in Thieves' Cant, I'll just say, I'm with him.
I'll just nod to you.
I just silently follow, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be following, but way in the back.
Brow twitch.
What he said.
Alright. Let me bring you guys to another map then.
A land down under?
A land down under.
And that's how you
Down
win a
Under.
combat.
That's actually fairly
Yep.
ingenious.
Oh yeah. It works.
Friggin' changelings.
I was trying to keep it hidden, but then I'm like, shit. Okay, this would be the perfect time to actually use it to my advantage.
Yeah.
Strikabor will be talking to you, so you can change shape.
He looks down and he makes sure nobody, like the creature's not watching him, and he turns into. And then he says exactly in his voice, "Yeah, what about it?"
So, I mean, you know as well as me, being dwarf much better than being elf, right? Am I right? Ha!
Negative. Every race has their own attributes and abilities and specialities.
9.
And then Jackson turns back into the other form with the tattoos.
Hey, being an elf is not that bad. But only being half elf, that's the sweet spot.
It's like being a hafu.
How? What the fuck?
Not half white, half Asian. It's a hafu, a waifu.
Ah.
A waifu?
Hafu,
Okay.
waifu.
Well then.
This one is Warforged.
I don't like
Only
this.
half Warforged.
No such creature currently exists.
Oh god,
One
we're
can't be
this.
created.
You
We are
should
like-
meet Bard. Bard will make sure it happen.
Negative.
Alright, so, the main sewer tunnel expands into a circular hub with a pair of arrow slits carved into its outer walls directly across from each other. 2 passages continued on to the north and south. A stone door is set into the back wall of a stone ledge to the east, or to the west.
Well,
Excuse me.
these have all been shit so far. Let's see if I can get a... Okay, that's much better than what it has been lately.
Yeah. Well, you've learned how to be sneaky and quiet instead of your metal rattling everywhere.
It helps if I do not scrape against wood or stone.
That is always a good thing.
Okay, kids, which direction are we going? Because I think at this point, Strife should be leading a pack here, just in case we encounter something.
Oh, sorry, here, let me... they were talking, so I just put them in the... Here, let me...
I mean, I was gonna say, my character is disguised. We are basically in the hideout. My character could bullshit his way around.
Hopefully.
So,
I would mention that while you were able to get past the front door guard, you might not have the same luck going through every member of this area, because some of them are more intelligent than others, and some of them know each other.
So maybe Stragobor go forward, yes, and then say, yes, we put vault over here. Yes, very official.
Problem. What if they did not purchase a vault?